and welcome back to the Cat Girl Film Podcast.
Didn't think you'd expect to see us again, now, did ya?
Are we restarting the count on this?
Yeah, a new top 50, a humble renewal, reunion, without a frog. Actually, we never even had the frog to begin with. But hey, Chris, come with us one day.
So, before we get too much further, it's been some time since we did anything like this, so we probably should give like a brief introduction.
3 years of basically nothing. You had a Minecraft show, and your audience still wonders where they are. So
why are you bringing that up?
The reason why I'm bringing that up is this is a good plug-in to show, hey, hopefully your new audience from over there comes over here.
They're not.
They're not
there's
going
not.
to.
There's no overlap.
They're not going to. This is not canon in your universe now.
But yes, who are you?
I'm a cat, but I'm not... No, I'm not a furry, I promise. I promise, for God's sakes. There is no cat on the... I can LARP for a dead president, because it's on the table.
Say your name!
Hello, I'm Tanner, a.k.a. the cat, a.k.a. the most pretentious person you would probably ever meet, with my regrettable co-host.
Hi, I'm Bryce, or Mr. Girl. We both love movies. I have a background in theater education.
Yes.
You're just a aficionado.
I am just a humble, big fan of movies, anything and everything, whether they are domestic here in the States or out and abroad around the world. Does not matter. If you recommend it to me, I will hopefully get around to seeing it.
Yes. So, today we're going to be covering our top 50s. Every few years we do this.
Yes.
We've been doing this for a long time, top 50s.
Yep. Originally it started like
top 20s. Yeah, it started top 20s, and then we got like, we can't. The top 20s were just like, we can't continue anymore, because they were also getting very repetitive, because they were just like, the 20s, top 20s don't change that often.
Well, like to make a very, very long story short, me and Bryce met in college, and then we made like a top 10 with another friend. Mm-hmm. We watched a few of them, not all of them. She moved away.
Yes.
But me and him still talk about movies to this day, at least on and off again. It has been a while since me and him have been in the same room together because, hello, I got married.
Yes.
But here's the fun thing. We did a top 20 several years ago. I want to say 2021 or sometime towards...
2020... Okay, so yeah, top 20 started in 2018, I think?
Yes. But when we started to watch them all together,
that
was in 2021.
That was during the post-pandemic period, so around 2021.
Yes. So we watched them pretty much over the course of the year. And then, at the very end, we said, hey, let's make a fun podcast like every other weird shill likes to do.
Every weird white guy.
Yes. Yes. Emphasis on the white.
There's nothing more white than having your own podcast.
I know, right? And a podcast where no one absolutely wants to hear your opinion about it.
Yeah, no, an opinionated podcast, nonetheless.
Yep. But hey, but here's what we're trying to at least set a little bit different. Try to watch movies that we actually like and stop being negative, because good lord, the internet is very negative.
Yes, a lot of channels, they get a lot of build-up from really bad movies and basically digging down on them. However, me and Tanner, we've always loved movies. There's so many good movies out there. Yep. And the problem is a lot of people don't hear about them because they kind of get buried.
Yes.
They don't get the glory of it.
Well, hate fuels traffic.
Yes.
Always. But, however, there are those types of movies where they are so popular in the beginning, but as they become more popular, people start, this movie sucks now. Yeah. Which, maybe or maybe not, our list might have some of those, quote, normie movies now.
I try to filter this, so let's talk about how we built our lists.
Yes.
Because I do have a general way I build my lists. So as someone who watches movies, there's a lot of movies out there. There's a ridiculous number of movies released every year. Mm-hmm. And even as someone who likes movies, it's really hard to watch all of them.
Yes, especially now with streaming, because
oh my god,
accessibility is unreal. Honestly, since we started the podcast, really streaming is, in my opinion, reached a new level of ridiculousness, because every company under the moon needs a streaming service for whatever reason, when really and truly you should only need maybe 2, maybe 3 if you can justify it at a time. But
honestly, I would just prefer more mediums where you can just buy a movie.
Yes.
Even if it's just digital, opposed to renting a bunch of movies that you
what about movies where you can't even buy physical anymore?
Oh my god, there's movies on my list you can't even get, like, outside of, like, a VHS. Like,
let's see, I thought about putting some movies onto my list that are actually not in the US. You have to literally buy a different DVD set in order to watch it. But I thought, no, let's try to be simple and stick to stuff that are, like, at least you can look up and you can find legally. Because I can't legally, I guess, advocate for piracy, but...
You can't legally advocate for it.
can't legally advocate for it, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But no. Yeah, we both have very different philosophies on how we construct our top 50s.
Yes.
If, God forbid, we did a top 100, I'd probably remove myself from this planet.
Yeah, we're probably not doing a top 100, to be honest.
However...
That would be too much. That would take, like, a year to do.
However, how many weeks are in a year, Bryce?
52.
Yes. And how many movies do we have in our list?
50.
We could roughly do 2 movie reviews in a, hopefully, well... in about a year's span, we'll review all these movies. Mm-hmm. God willing, I can actually keep up with all this and keep this podcast running, because it's my fault that I canceled the last one.
At least you admitted to it.
Yes, I am very much willing to admit it. But hopefully we'll get as many of these out, and then by this time again, or a little bit later next year, new top 50. Or we might shift a little bit to doing something a little bit different, and then end up, however long this podcast may last, a new top 50. We're never going beyond top 50s. I don't
probably
know.
not, yeah.
We're never doing that.
I probably could do it, but I would like it.
For fun, top 100, but we're not doing dedicated episodes for each of those.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no.
No. This is going to be a fun experiment, and I hope our audience will come along with us to talk about actual good movies, and then maybe an occasional special episode.
Yes.
So, with that out of the way.
Yes. We will be covering a big variety of movies, both in genre and topic. We're going to be giving, because we're probably going to be covering multiple of these in later episodes, we're going to be giving you the quick elevator pitch as to why you watch this movie.
Yes.
So.
But there's also one other thing. To keep this very simple, there will be some spoilers in it, but we will try our best not to reveal, say, if there's a special twist in the movie.
Yes.
Keep it quiet. But a general synopsis, and maybe some of our favorite scenes, maybe a favorite line, shot, whatever there is.
Yes.
We might say it, but we're not going to go to the nitty-gritty of it. Because we always say, watch the movie and form your opinion yourself. Yeah. You may love these movies, you may hate these movies, you may be in between. I don't know. I honestly don't care. I just want you to watch movies more.
Yeah.
So,
movies are great, so.
Yes. But with that out of the way, Bryce.
Can we start off?
What's your 50th favorite movie of all time?
In my top 50, I have Brain Donors, 1992.
What the heck is that?
You're probably not going to know this movie. This was a huge commercial flop of a movie.
It sounds like a movie that, I don't know what it was called, but it was like Percy Jackson's first movie that was like, it's supposed to be like a horror movie or something.
It's not a horror movie.
Really?
This is a comedy film. It is a 90s comedy film that's done in the style of 40s comedies, like 1940s comedies. And it's very interesting because of that, because it feels very much like a time capsule and very much a love letter to the old slapstick, like, quick-witted kind of humor. So I very much love this kind of movie because you can sense the passion and love that the writer has for these types of movies. So, as someone who loves that time period in film, I absolutely love this movie as, like, this sort of time capsule. And it just squeaked into my top 50.
Okay. So what is the synopsis of the movie?
So the synopsis of the movie is that there is 3 men, led by a ambulance-chasing lawyer, who is basically trying to scam his way into owning a ballerina company. And these 2 kind of slapstick sidekicks, who themselves get just as much screen time as him, honestly, and them running this company into the ground is doing a terrible job of it.
Very odd.
Yes.
Very odd.
Wanted to start off with a weird one.
Weirdly enough, is there anything else you want to mention?
No, this is one of those. It very much is a film you need to watch it to really get it, because the plot, honestly, is almost secondary to the comedy. It's just a funny movie.
Well then, I guess this was a fun segue from a very funny movie
to
a more serious movie, because, actually, believe it or not, this is going to be, I'm sure, a movie that is in Bryce's top 50, Inception.
Oh, Inception. That actually did not make my list this year.
Really?
It did not make my list this year.
You know, I'm actually surprised.
It's always wavering on that, thing of just about in or just about out.
Well, the thing is, though, this one, I was so close to just knocking it off.
Yeah.
But then I just thought, you know what? Just for the fun giggles and whatnot, I'll just keep it in for now. But it may change. I don't know.
Inception might make my list again next year. It's one of those movies.
Yep. But honestly, though, Inception, I'm pretty sure most people know what the synopsis is, but very, very simply, it is a movie all about people doing weird things in their dreams.
Yes.
Just very simple. But
but
it's very brilliant.
It is an incredibly smart movie.
Yes.
Incredibly smart. And it features, techniques that have been developed over film for, the last 100 years that, in my opinion, a lot of directors use as gimmicks and makes it actually part of, good cinematography, choreography, and, it is accumulation of so many different techniques used throughout film for the last 100 years. It is so good in that sense, and if you're someone who likes movies, Inception's a must-watch. It is one of those movies that you need to watch the movie if you like movies, kind of thing. There's very few people I would not recommend this movie to. Though, with that said, it's a movie you're going to need to pay attention to. It is not a throw-on in the background movie at all.
Well, honestly, a lot of people nowadays are, movies to them are just, or really, not just people, fans in general, it's more or less movie production companies, they're trying to make content.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this is a movie where I say is no, this is a movie you can actually sit down and actually just analyze, no matter how many times people say it's not deep, bro, sometimes it can be a little bit deep and it's fun to talk about or even think about.
The movie is an experience.
Yes.
And
honestly, I'd give anything to see it in the theaters again.
Oh, that's probably a good movie to watch in theaters again.
Oh, absolutely. It's great.
All right.
Now, 49.
Number 49, The Invisible Man, 1933. This
was a movie that me and Bryce actually watched in the original top 20.
Yeah.
Way back in, the earlier part of this decade. Good Lord, it's been that long.
Yeah. This is one of those movies, it's a part of the old Universal Monsters universe.
Yes. So
there's Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, a part of that whole universe, and this is one of those movies that's in it.
Yep.
One of the lesser known ones, but it's still, it's the Monsters universe, it's still ridiculously known.
Yeah. Very, very short, too. Actually.
Oh, yeah, no, it's
only
barely over an hour.
Yeah, roughly an hour and 10
an hour 3 or something like that.
Honestly, it was an hour and 10 from what I remember.
Yeah, it might be an hour 10. It's not long.
It's very, very short. It's supposed to be a horror movie, which really...
It's a classic horror movie.
Classic horror movie.
Not jump scare or anything like that.
No, it's just the movie special effect techniques would definitely add to the horror element if...
Yeah, they're dated.
Yeah, they're very dated, but...
They're still very good.
Dated in a good way.
Yeah, it's dated, so, at the time, it would have been oh my god. But nowadays, we can look at it and go, I wonder how they did that. Because it's very interesting techniques.
Yet there's still a few scenes. I remember when we were watching the movie. So this is kind of a spoiler thing, but the Invisible Man walks around and just with pants on only. And you actually do see the string that they're using to move it around like a marionette puppet, and it's that's pretty cool.
It is a very technically interesting film, but also I really like the plot because it itself, there isn't, despite this being a monster film, this is a problem I find with a lot of slashers. The characters are very dumb.
Yes.
Not in The Invisible Man. Every single person who's acting, they're talking about methods and explaining why they won't work and things like that, and it's as an audience member, it's very fascinating to watch and go like, okay, these people actually know what they're talking about.
Yep.
This isn't us watching teenagers run up the stairs from a killer.
Yes. Very few scream queens too. In this
Oh
movie.
yes, there's
Maybe only one or two.
surprising for the era.
Yeah, because like almost like if you don't know what a scream queen is basically just a character that's just supposed to scream.
Yeah.
It could be a man, it could be a woman. As long as they are only there to scream at the horror that is happening, that's what they are. They're a scream queen. They're not there for much anything else, other than to tell the audience, you should be afraid right now. It's kind of like, it's like those sitcom shows where they have the laugh track.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
And yeah, we don't have a lot of scream queens for horror, I don't think. You might have one, but...
Yeah, maybe one. I don't know. Well,
I'm not a big fan of the scream queen thing, so...
Yeah. Anything else about it?
No, that's one of those, I don't have much spoilers for it. You should just go watch it. It becomes royalty free here in not too long. Another 3 years.
Oh yeah, public domain day.
Public domain, yeah.
I love public domain day.
Oh yeah,
it's the only good thing about the new year. The new stuff that's out for free.
By the way, since I mentioned that, this is not on my list, so I'm gonna go ahead and mention it now. It's now 2026, so go watch All Quiet on the Western Front. That's now public domain.
Oh yeah,
as of just a few days ago. So
that's
go watch that.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, that's on public domain. The only ones that I found out that were public domain was the earliest Nancy Drew.
Yes,
novels,
Nancy Drew is now public domain.
And the early Betty Boop cartoons from like.
Oh, Betty Boop's now. Ah, no.
The earliest.
Oh, is that where they were a dog though?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is actual human Betty Boop. Interesting.
There should be human Betty Boop. I have to double check on that.
Okay.
But yeah, please keep watch on what's all in public domain now, because it's honestly a lot of fun.
Yes.
However, there are some movie studios that think, oh, public domain, let's take a beloved children's character and make him into a slasher villain.
Oh,
looking at you, Winnie Pooh.
Oh my god. Well, they did it with Mickey Mouse too.
Yes, they did do that with Mickey Mouse. But anyway.
Anyways, yes.
Number 49 for me. This is a favorite director of yours, Bryce.
Ooh, I can guess which one this is. Can I guess?
Oh, okay, sure. Why
Is
not?
this Young Frankenstein?
No.
Oh, interesting.
No, I was being sarcastic. It's Stanley Kubrick's
Paths
Glory.
Okay.
Paths of Glory.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep. It's a very standard wartime movie, which has one of my favorite lines in almost any movie ever, but I will not say what it is, because I want y'all to see it.
Yep. Stanley Kubrick, he is considered one of the best directors of all time for a reason.
I know you don't like him at all.
I think he's overhyped, personally.
I
think he's still a very good director, don't get me wrong. Still very good.
I personally think like he is a very good director when working at least with the camera in some angles.
Oh, he's an amazing cinematographer. Oh my god.
Yes. But some of the other things that he's done, like directors can't do certain things anymore because of Kubrick, which one of the movies that was on my list isn't on my list anymore, would make it evident. If you want a hint on that, it's The Shining and what he did to Shelley Duvall.
Yes. Stanley Kubrick was not a good man.
No, in which really and truly, a large amount of directors from his time probably weren't.
Yeah.
Let's be honest sometimes. But Paths of Glory, it's actually a very early movie of his. It's from the late 50s.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay, so this is even before... Wait, this is around Doctor Strangelove, I'm guessing.
This is before Doctor Strangelove.
Oh, interesting.
Yep,
okay.
This is actually before that, and it's still really good. It's like the basic synopsis I can give you is a group of soldiers are put on a trial, and their sergeant has to defend them throughout all of this. So you pretty much get to see...
Okay, so it's a Few Good Men-esque, I'm guessing, then.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Very, very good. And it's got one of my favorite lines in almost any movie. And it's just like something that has always made me think about, well, to this day, honestly. But I think you'd like this movie a lot. Because at least Kubrick's wartimey type movies, whether it's Doctor Strangelove, and what was the other one? I know he did one other, I think.
Yeah, Doctor Strangelove is one of my favorite Kubricks.
Yes. I don't know why, but I almost said Lolita, but it's like, no, that's not wartime. That's not wartime. Do not look up Lolita.
I think Barry Lyndon is the other wartime one.
That's it. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about Barry Lyndon later.
Yeah, Barry. I would be surprised if you had Barry Lyndon on your list.
Well,
so.
you were actually the one that I think told me we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So, all right.
Anyway, yeah, number 48.
Number 48. Clue, 1985.
This was the first ever movie that Bryce ever got me to sit down and watch together. believe it or not, it's a very popular movie that I've seen social media accounts loving to take clips of and just uploading it for content. And honestly, I can't blame them. There are so many funny lines, and all the actors and actresses were iconic comedians of that era, or at least that time period. I just don't see why not. Yeah, it's a very, very funny movie.
It's one of those movies. It flopped so hard in theaters, did pretty good in home video. It is now doing amazingly in a post-internet.
Yep.
Like,
honestly, the humor of Clue fits very well to some of like the senses of humor of today.
Yes.
So I can see why. But also, people really like Tim Curry.
Oh my god, this is one of Tim Curry's best movies.
Yes.
This is such good, and this is also such a tightly written film. There's never a dull moment in this movie. Things are constantly happening. Mm-hmm. Like, it is chaos.
Shoot. Should we... Actually, no, I almost thought, should we talk about the ending, kind of? Because it's weird. But but we could save it for the episode itself.
I think saving it for the episode itself is probably the best.
Okay.
Like, that's what I wanted to say about Clue. Go watch it. It's a parody of murder mysteries.
Yes, and it is based off of the very popular board game.
Probably the best board game movie of all time.
Might actually be, because I can't think of any others.
There's not a lot of good board game movies.
To be fair, there's not a lot of movies based on games in general, video game or otherwise, even though there has been...
No, there's decent video games. There's definitely more video games than board games.
More video games than board games? I mean, good lord, when are we going to get our Monopoly board game?
Oh, God.
That would be... Honestly, that's just a standard getting kicked out of your house movie in general. But...
I prefer getting Landlord's Game.
Well, hey, I am a Georgist, so I do love the Landlord's Game. Anyway, yes. 48. So this was actually a movie on Bryce's list that he begged me to watch again because I was iffy about it the first time.
Ooh.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Ah,
starring by the one Peter O'Toole.
Yes, Peter O'Toole.
Yep.
Who is a spitting image of Evan Lawrence.
Way too much of a spitting image. And also, his birthday and mine are the same day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'll take that. And there's also another director that I really like, but he does not have a movie on my top 50. It's, shoot, what's the name? Again, I lost it. It's the director of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, Wes Anderson. Not Wes Anderson. Wes Craven.
There
we go.
Wes Craven.
God, that was a dumb mistake. It's very different directors.
Different directors and different styles. But, yes, Lawrence of Arabia. Bryce, what is the synopsis of Lawrence of Arabia?
Okay, first things I have to preface, this is a long movie. This is like a 4-hour film. You are going to be spending all day watching this movie.
Very, very long.
But this is following Lawrence.
T.E. Lawrence.
T.E. Lawrence. And his, going through and trying to basically centralize Arabia during World War I against the Ottomans.
Yes.
And basically, this movie does not take a super favorable perspective of it. It's you slowly to see the descent into madness. And it's so good.
Yes, like, literally... They take the idea of a conqueror rising up to power, and you see the gradual decline. Because, this will be a kind of a spoiler, but essentially what you see is in the beginning of the movie, you see a young Lawrence who is tasked with uniting all these different ethnic groups on the Arabian Peninsula, and is told, just rise them up and take out the Ottomans. That's all you need to do. And he's like, oh, a wonderful adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever read books from like the 1800s or 1700s where you see men that are, quote, great to go out and civilize the savages and to conquer these things, kind of like Alexander the Great, if you want to go that far. Yeah, this whole movie is like saying, screw that.
Yeah.
This is what really happens to somebody that becomes like that. You see them becoming a huge leader, but then you just see the descent into madness as literally the Arabian Peninsula or the desert just engulfs him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's insane to just witness that over the course of 4 hours.
It's so good.
It does require, honestly, a second rewatch.
Oh, it's better with a second rewatch, yes.
Yep. But also, it is insanely well shot.
Oh my god.
And the amount of people that they were able to bring about to shoot these scenes, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And also, It's a sand movie.
Yes, there will be a few desert films.
It's a common.
Breakfast.
It is a very common joke between us that a large amount of our favorite movies has something to do with sand.
I don't know what it is. Send your movie to desert. It's automatically 10% better.
Welcome to Sandland. Oh, yes.
Alright, you ready for next one?
47.
47. My Neighbor Totoro, 1988.
Ooh, the first Ghibli movie.
First Ghibli movie.
Yep.
I'm guessing you have a handful on your list, so...
2, I think.
2. Fair enough.
At least 2.
Yeah. This is my only Ghibli movie. I'll go ahead and say that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's actually a shocker right there. But, yes, I've seen... Let's see, the first time I saw Totoro was actually with you. And yeah, it's very good.
Yes.
A very colorful movie, even though he can't see color. I can say, as a person that can see color, it is very colorful, it is very joyful, and it's a very perfect movie to watch, especially right now when everything is dead outside.
Oh my god, it is a amazing winter movie. Not in the sense that it's set in winter, as in, if you are an adult watching this in the winter, it will make you feel like a kid in summer.
Yay.
It's just, even if, I never watched this until I was an adult, and it felt like watching a nostalgia trip. It is just, if I would recommend having an insulin shot next to you while you watch it, because oh my god, it's so sweet.
Don't tell our audience to go and get high while watching movies. That's a bad idea. Well, actually, never mind. I'm pretty sure some of my friends might be getting high while listening to this. Hey, guys. No.
It's a very sweet, adorable movie. There's a reason why Totoro is one of the most well-known animated characters from Japan.
It's honestly their biggest cash cow, other than, I guess, Goku.
Yeah, probably.
Weirdly enough, I actually remember looking this up one day. Did you know that My Neighbor Totoro has 2 English dubs?
I wouldn't be surprised.
The first one, I think somebody said it sounds like Rugrats characters.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then the second one is with the Fanning sisters.
Yeah, that adds up.
And that's actually the preferred one, in my opinion. It's actually.
I always watch mine dub, personally.
Yeah.
If I have the chance.
Well, yeah, Bryce has basically dyslexia. I usually prefer watching it with subtitles, but every now and then it's like, listen, I'm not in the mood to read. I just
not in the reading. I don't speak Japanese. I don't understand the emphasis, and I would prefer to watch a movie opposed to reading a movie.
to me, watching it subbed and just watching it and how the director would want it to be best interpreted. That's usually how I like to see it.
That adds nothing to me.
It adds nothing to Bryce, but it doesn't matter to me as long as you can watch it and you can understand some of the intent behind it, or at least however you want to watch it. Fine by me.
I don't speak effing Japanese, so that does literally nothing for me.
Be careful on how you say that, Bryce.
I don't speak Japanese.
Don't be a racist. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding about not being a racist. I'm just saying.
Over to you.
Oh, boy. Where were we at again? Oh, yeah, 47. Another desert movie.
Oh, yeah?
Mad Max.
Ah!
Fury Road. Because I don't like Mel Gibson.
Fair. That is very fair.
I really don't like Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mad Max. I'm pretty sure this should be on your top 50.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
This is a little out later down, yeah.
I mean, we can save it for that.
Yeah, we can save it for that if you want, yeah.
Alright, number 46.
Number 46. Goldfinger, 1964.
James Bond movie.
Yes, this is our own. I'm guessing you don't have any, so this is our only James Bond movie.
I like James Bond, but he is not a character that I actively seek out to watch more movies of.
That's fair.
It's like, listen, if I have nothing else to watch and he somehow shows up on recommended feed or whatever, I'll sit down and maybe watch it, but don't expect me to pay attention, because I do enjoy spy agent type movies, but it's not something that I go out of my way for.
Yeah. So with Goldfinger, not only one is it a great jumping on point for James Bond, which is hard because James Bond has over 20 movies. It's basically a TV series.
I mean, he's essentially, even though this is, even though, jumping off from me, taking off my sweater. Anyway, James Bond, yes, he's from the UK, so basically this is a very moot type of comparison because this character is also from the UK. Doctor Who, you have multiple guys playing the same character, and they add their own little flavor to it. Basically the same thing with James Bond as with the Doctor and Doctor Who. So For 2 and 2.
And this Goldfinger features all of the tropes you would be expecting from James Bond. There's the Bond girl, he has his gadgets, the cunning villain, and his dubious henchman, and all of this kind of stuff.
And the cheeky one-liners.
Yep. Like, it is the quintessential James Bond movie.
Who's the one that's playing Bond?
This one is a Sean Connery one. So very young Sean Connery.
Does he get his strawberry shortcake?
Strawberry shortcake.
God, I don't know why you ever made that into a joke, but you definitely did. I don't know if I ever watched Goldfinger, now that I think about it.
It's pretty good. I would recommend, if you're wanting to watch James Bond, watch either Goldfinger or Dr. No. Those are the 2 ones that you probably should watch first. And if you like them, continue seeking them out, probably follow it up with From Russia with Love, that kind of stuff. But it's James Bond. If any stereotype you think of James Bond, it's in Goldfinger. It is a ridiculous movie, and if you've never seen James Bond before, I would recommend watching Goldfinger just to try it out. If you've seen James Bond, you're like, it's too campy for me. Fair enough.
Honestly, it is essentially James Bond, or at least a large amount of UK related things that have gotten popular over here, except for maybe Monty Python.
Yeah.
Monty Python seems to be the only one that, yes, it's campy, but that's not what makes people laugh about it.
Fair.
Which,
anyways.
Speaking of Monty Python. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
There it is. I'm guessing this is one of the 2 Monty Python movies you have on your list.
You know me way too well. You know me way too well.
Yes.
You know, this almost fell out of the list, and whenever I was going through my lists right here, I have my original one right here. I actually docked it for saying it's off, but no, it's still on here.
Yeah, so Monty Python, for those who've never seen Monty Python, they're probably one of the best comedy troupes ever.
Yes, but also, if you've never seen this movie, I have to ask, how? How?
There's absolutely friends that I know have not seen this movie, but it's one of those, just to attest to how good it is, I have lots of friends who don't watch movies. Every time I show this movie to one of those, they love it.
Yes.
This is a movie that somehow transcends people not liking movies. Or just like they have things about movies or just anything. This is a capsule of just a good, funny movie.
Funnily enough, I showed this movie to my soon-to-be wife and her friend from high school. I think this was around 2019. I did not give them any context at all of what this movie was. It was just on Netflix one day, and I thought, I need to do a litmus test. So I had them watch it all, and if you know Monty Python, you know how it ends. And they were just like, that's it? That's it? I was like, yeah.
It has one of the weirdest endings. It's a dumb joke.
Honestly, they were just off-put by the beginning of it, because the intro cards make no sense. But yes, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It is possibly the most quoted movie between either me and Bryce or our.
It's probably one of the most quoted movies, period.
Yep. Most referenced movies, most anything movies. Me and Bryce have probably watched this movie like 6 times together.
We're probably gonna watch it another 100.
It's gonna keep happening. I still really want to see this movie out in the theaters with a big group of people.
Yes.
Just like you know.
Watch this movie with friends if you can. Watch this movie with friends if you can.
And this is probably one of those few times where I would agree. Have everybody either drunk, high, whatever. It'll just add to the experience because, hey, this movie is very fun to play around with.
Yes.
So please, for the love of God, watch it. But there's also another Monty Python movie later in this list.
There's a lot of movies out there that are very much like, oh, they're very bad and that makes them good. This is one of the few movies that you get the same experience from, but also is just good.
Yeah. Now, 45.
Number 45. Throne of Blood, 1957. This is our first Akira Kurosawa movie.
Yes.
And our second Japanese movie.
Funnily enough, usually it's supposed to be me that it would be the foreign movie guy that watches stuff with subtitles, yet he's already got 2 so far.
Yeah. I have a few foreign movies.
Yes.
So.
Now, Bryce actually was the one that... I've watched this movie with Bryce, and he actually got me to watch it, and he was just like, just watch it and just see what happens.
Yes. I gave him no context.
No context at all. So, fun fact about me, I am a big fan of Shakespeare. I'm a massive fan of Shakespeare and plays in general. And my favorite play has always been Macbeth. It took me 20 minutes to realize what this movie was about just from what was happening. And I was like, Bryce, you piece of crap.
Yes.
This is too good now.
This is a Japanese samurai retelling of Macbeth by Shakespeare.
Yes, and it is fan-freaking-tastic.
It is very, very good. It is one of the best Macbeth film adaptations ever.
Yes, probably up there top 3. One of those ones I almost put on the list just for laughs is literally Macbeth, but it takes place in the restaurant industry.
Yes, I remember that, yeah.
It's so silly funny, but it's, yeah. Yes, Throne to Blood. Fantastic. Please watch it. We'll talk more about it whenever we can get to it.
Yeah. Akira Kurosawa, you can't go wrong with him.
Nope.
I would argue, probably the best director in history.
That's tough to answer.
Like,
I don't know for sure if I can agree to that just yet.
It's hard for me to think of any other director that compares. He is one of the, if not the best director ever.
Mm-hmm.
In film.
Yes. Yes, he's very fantastic. I don't know if I actually have one of his movies on here, actually.
Don't worry, I'll make up for it.
Yeah, hopefully.
I have a few more of his.
Alright, next. 45. First Tarantino movie.
Ooh.
Pulp Fiction.
Nice.
Now, here's my thing with Tarantino. Do I like him a lot? Yes, I do. However, I do think he has a reputation of being a very standard movie person. Like, if you actively seek out other movies to watch that are just, yes, they're mainstream, Tarantino would usually be the one to fit that mold first. And I know a lot of people that would say, yeah, probably Pulp Fiction is their favorite movie of all time. It's not for me my favorite movie, but it is definitely one of the best dialogue-heavy movies ever made.
There is a reason why people call Tarantino the king of dialogue.
Yes.
He is one of the best directors to have ever written character dialogue, and this movie has it on full show.
Yes.
The bickering, the back and forths, the conversations you're listening to, and it could just be two people sitting in a hall, and you are utterly engrossed in every word they're saying.
Well, I mean, the most famous scene in the entire movie is between two guys in a car just driving. And one of them just talking about their trip to Europe, going to a McDonald's, and just saying what all the menu items are named.
him going to Amsterdam and him talking about McDonald's.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was right. And also going to Paris, too.
Yes, I believe he did.
He went to two different McDonald's in Europe, one in Amsterdam and I think one in Paris.
I didn't go to Burger King.
Anyways,
I
didn't know I didn't go to Burger King.
Is one of those movies that it utterly engrosses you with words alone. But there's like some action things in there. There's some moments where you watch and go, "What the f?" Also, do not show this around kids at all. This is not a kids movie.
Funnily enough, there's actually a little funny story about this movie between me and Bryce that we'll talk about it in a minute. I promise, because it is going to be relevant to it.
Yes, I think I know what this is going to be about.
He knows where this is going, but yeah. Definitely do watch Pulp Fiction. It is very funny. It's very good. Told in a non-linear fashion.
Yes.
Which is...
That threw a friend off. He watched it recently and had no idea it was told non-linearly.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Fantastic stuff. But there's still a few more, I think, Tarantino movies I have on my list. I wouldn't say a few. I think maybe one or two more.
Fair enough.
Okay. 44.
Brazil, 1985.
I know this movie a lot because a lot of people have told me to watch this, but I have never got around to doing this.
So the best way I can give a synopsis of this: imagine Monty Python did in 1984. Because this is by Terry Gilliam, the same guy who did Holy Grail.
Yes. And
there are several Monty Python people in it. Mm-hmm. And yes, it is Monty Python doing 1984. It is unbelievable. It is so funny. And you're watching this like 1984-esque dystopian world. And the utter insanity in it. Like, it's very Kafka-esque too, in addition to that.
Huh.
So it's very Orwellian and Kafka-esque. And it's like, it manages to blend that so well with comedy. It's so fascinating.
Honestly, I have nothing else really to say about it.
Yeah,
I've only heard of it as like a comedy version of 1984.
Yes.
That's all I've ever been told.
That's all you really need to know going into it. There's a lot of surrealism in it, so heads up. You'll have to deal with some... If you're not a big fan of surrealism, then...
Yeah, there's some that we'll probably just tell you on that part. Let's see, 44 on my end. The first and only Pixar movie in this entire list.
Yeah, I don't have any Pixar movies either, so...
I like Pixar a whole lot, but even still, there's some things about them that... Well, at least nowadays, I think their recent movies have been kind of eh.
Yeah.
I haven't really cared to keep up anymore.
No offense to those out there, but I think that's just Disney movies in general.
Yeah,
Disney has not made a good movie in a while.
Yeah, I could probably agree to that. I don't know for sure. But don't take my word for it.
Yeah, there's probably some. I just probably missed it.
The Incredibles.
Ah, I see.
A very spoof movie of superheroes right when they were really getting popular in the early 2000s. After the whole Spider-Man craze.
Yeah.
And this was right before the Batman trilogy. Not much else really to say. Mostly everybody I know.
The 2010s Batman trilogy, not the 80s trilogy. The 90s trilogy.
Yeah, yes. The Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy, which I definitely do not have on my top 50.
Yeah, I don't have his either.
I don't care what anybody says. They're fine. They're fine movies.
Ah, they're good.
They're good, but fine. I don't really care for some of them. Anyway.
Yeah, some of them fair.
But yes, The Incredibles. I'm pretty sure 95% of the people listening to this, by God, have already seen this movie.
A lot of Pixar movies from the 80s and 2000s people have probably seen. So.
Well, Pixar didn't become really a thing until the 90s.
That's what I was saying. Oh, did I say 80s? 90s.
You said 80s, yes.
90s. My apologies. 90s. That's why I said 2000s as well. 90s,
from
2000s.
From Toy Story all the way to whatever was made in the late 2010s.
Yeah, I think.
I'm pretty sure everybody has seen at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe the 2020 so far, not everybody's seen, because I have definitely not seen all of their movies that they've made this decade.
Oh, God,
so far.
no.
But, yeah, The Incredibles. It is definitely one of their best written movies they have ever made. It's very fun, it's very satirical, it's very funny, and I have no idea if you've even seen this.
I have seen it.
How long ago? Exactly.
So long ago.
Yes. Oh, well. Number 43.
43?
Yes.
The Death of Stalin, 2017.
I have seen this one.
Yes.
I have a lot of thoughts on it. There are very much a lot of thoughts on it. However, I do think this movie is very funny, but my issue with it is mainly... So I'm a historian in a lot of ways. Very amateur, I should say. There are some things in it that are just heavily disputed when it comes to Stalin's death. Some of it was very comedic, and it works in the movie. But then there are some that are just anti-Soviet propaganda that was propped up by Western countries to make the Soviet Union look bad. Yes, I do think the Soviet Union was still bad at the end of the day. Don't construe this, Chris. Still, I can look past it because it's trying to be a comedy. So, take dramatic liberties as much as you want. It's just, just balancing that in between area of like, are you trying to be historical or are you trying to be comedic? Meh. But yeah, I do like Death of Stalin. Okay.
So,
Go on, Brad.
Death of Stalin. It follows the events that occurred directly after Stalin died. Yes. And obviously, because it's a film, it's very dramatized.
Yes.
It has Steve Buscemi in it.
Yes, it does.
Amazing role for him. And yeah, it very much is following the wackiness because Stalin basically just had a bunch of yes men following him around. And you're basically following a bunch of just weak yes men trying to grab for power and not able to mesh at all. And it's basically like watching a bunch of little kids running around trying to conquer a country. And it's so funny.
That is true, though. That after Stalin did die, there was a weird power fight amongst his cabinet, and even within the greater Soviet party as well. There's just like nothing was going right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know about this, Bryce, because I don't remember if it was in the movie or not. Do you know who the first American to find out that Stalin was dead?
I do not know.
It was Johnny Cash.
Why?
Because he was in the military. Like, according to him, he was in the military at this time, and he was working under, in the radio room, and he was just listening in to, like, secret Soviet radio, like, just talking in between, and then he just wrote all this stuff down, and then he was translating. It was like, the general secretary is dead. And he's like, and he was just doing this, like, who do I tell about this?
Wow, Oh, okay.
It was according to him. I mean, believe it if you want.
I mean,
to.
yeah,
It's dubious on.
As
if
is
it's true.
celebrity culture, things are emphasized and dramatized.
Yes, but it's just like, wow, the first guy to find out that the Soviet dictator died was fucking Johnny Cash.
Anyways, very funny movie. And yeah, it definitely falls within dark comedy. Because a lot of these people are bad people. They're not good. And
No. I mean, to be fair, they are generally they are part of a massive bureaucracy
Yes.
for a giant nation.
The largest nation
at that time.
Yeah, third largest in history, I think.
That might be true because the biggest one would have been Genghis Khan's.
No, the largest would have been the British Empire.
That's true, actually.
Second would have been the Mongols.
Yes, I was about to say, wait, yeah, you're right, because the British, there's that old saying,
Sun never sets.
Well, even though now it does.
Yes, because they gave over the islands. Yes.
The last colony to basically, the British Empire now has the sun setting on her, finally, for the first time in centuries.
Yep.
Now, 43. Now we can talk about why we were talking about Pulp Fiction earlier with this other movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, so fun fact. Me, Bryce, and another friend of ours, we got together and we watched like 2 or 3 movies that day.
Yes.
One of them was Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yep.
2 completely different movies entirely, and it didn't register to Bryce until he got home and told his father, saying, "Oh yeah, we watched Pulp Fiction and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory," and his dad just went, "Watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Pulp Fiction?"
Yeah.
And then Bryce was like, "Oh crap, we did do that."
Very different movies. A lot of you are probably at least loosely familiar with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, whether it's the actual original or the remake.
Yes. This is the original one from
yes.
the 1970s, which is also the one that the original author of the book hated.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I think this is my preferred version over the one that stars
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. I mean, nothing against Johnny Depp or Tim Burton. It's just I'm so sick and tired of their style after so many years of seeing it, which I prefer more so with Gene Wilder and his weird guessing of is he insane or is he not? Is he a killer? Is he not? And just being all around a goofball.
Yeah. So this movie very much is a classical kind of children's live action kind of tale. Kid going to a chocolate factory and going through the shenanigans. The thing that really elevates it is Gene Wilder. This is probably the best performance ever put on by Gene Wilder.
Probably his most iconic performance.
Oh, probably his most iconic. Yeah.
If it's not that, it's going to be another one that's in our list way down the line. That's for me. But yeah, I've watched this movie hundreds of times, I want to say.
Yeah.
I love this movie a lot. I love Gene Wilder a whole lot. It's hard for me to really ever say no to watching this movie, except to skip one certain scene, which is actually a song, which, believe it or not, a large amount of the people online definitely do agree, like, this is just one song that we just turn our brains off to.
Yeah.
It's Cheer Up Charlie. It's like the low point of the movie for the main character because he couldn't get the golden ticket, and his mom is telling him to cheer up, Charlie.
Yeah, it's
and nobody cares. Nobody's interested.
This is one of those movies. It's a classic childhood movie. I put it up there with Wizard of Oz. With, like, everyone has seen this kind of movie.
Yep. It's definitely one of those that, like, if you grew up in, like, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, and 2000s, it's probably so on. You've probably seen this movie at least twice. Very iconic music as well.
Oh, yeah. Very good music.
And also the set designs.
Oh, yes.
Especially the candy room.
Yes.
Or I guess I should say the chocolate room. But yeah, not much else to say, but then move on to 42.
Number 42, The Time Machine, 1960. So this is the film adaptation of H.G. Wells' The Time Machine.
Yes, I actually have the Time Machine on my bookshelf somewhere.
Yeah, I have the original H.G. Wells one as well.
I love the story of The Time Machine, and I have seen both the original 1963 version, that I believe that's on your list, and I've also seen the remake that was released in the early 2000s that was actually worked on by H.G. Wells' great-grandson.
Ah.
Yeah. So this is actually a movie where, like, at least those two movies, they were something that I would love to have, like, a fun little episode with me and Bryce where we compare these two movies, because I don't know if you've ever seen the remake.
I have not, no.
I actually kind of prefer the remake.
Interesting.
Over the remake. Which maybe one day we will get to actually talking about these two movies where I'll explain my reasoning, and then Bryce can call me an idiot for it. Because some people don't like the remake, which I get, but let's talk about the 63 version
Yes.
first.
So this is one of the first time travel movies. Which is wild to say, because time travel is like a standard in movies nowadays.
Well, really,
it's everywhere.
It's more interdimensional travel is what the craze is now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, go to a different dimension and stuff. It's like, come on, guys, please stop.
But yes, this is one of the first time travel movies, and it's very simple because of that. Matter of fact, the first few minutes of the movie is all about how we're going to handle time travel in a plot. So it very much is like bracing you for your first ever time travel movie. But it's a very simple thing. It is about a guy from the Victorian era, right at the turn of the century, who invents a time machine. He's trying to show his friends, they don't believe him, and he wants to see what is the future like. And it's all about him progressively going further and further into the future, and the adventure he winds up going on before going all the way back.
Yep.
So, classic telling.
Yep.
Classic telling. If you're a sci-fi fan, this is a must-watch.
Yes.
It is the origin of time travel in film.
Yep, I can agree with that. I don't really have anything else really to say about that.
Yeah, no?
Maybe one day we'll talk more about this movie and then the other one.
Yeah, we're probably going to have an episode dedicated to just adaptations of the time machine.
Which, really, there's only two. We're not comparing radio broadcasting.
Yeah.
My number 42. So, fun fact right here, Bryce. From here on out, except for one exception, from 42 to 33, new movies.
Interesting.
Yes, except for one exception. But now, for the first movie, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Ah, okay. Which adaptation?
The 60s version.
Okay.
So, I had not seen this until a couple years ago, because I remember Bryce saying it was very, very good, and then my wife said, "Oh, you really should see it," because I have read the book way back through my own volition.
The one by Harper Lee.
Yep, the one by Harper Lee. God rest her soul. One of the most controversial books ever written in the United States, because how many times it's been challenged.
Controversial in America. Everywhere else it's not.
Yeah, but whenever you read the book, it's like, huh. And then when you watch the movie, it's like, okay. Because this was made, like, the book is set during a time of Jim Crow era South in Alabama. We're not that far away from Alabama.
Yeah.
But hopefully nobody will find us. In an undisclosed location. Or a disclosed location.
Disclosed. We'll check the description.
No, don't check the description. No, To Kill a Mockingbird. You pretty much see the perspective of the Jim Crow era South through the eyes of a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it is definitely one of the most interesting movies, because when you're a child or even a teenager, when you read the book and maybe watch the movie, you don't fully get, but then when you're older and then you read or watch it again, you're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then because you started getting the life experience, and then you just see the injustices that the world, no matter what they try to do, will always have. You just see the perspective of how a young girl is just forced to watch like her hometown pretty much go into turmoil with itself because of this entire trial.
Yeah.
And is it her dad? Or is it like an
Atticus Finch is her dad.
Okay. Yeah. She watches her dad defend this man who is being accused of sexual assault by a white woman. This man is black. So pretty much you just watch this entire cascade of events to where I forgot what the line was, because it's what gave us the title To Kill a Mockingbird, but definitely one of the
Never kill a mockingbird, because all they do is sing.
There you go.
This is one of those movies I recommend watching it at least every 10 years, because every 10 years you've grown into a different person. You've become a new person, and because of that, this movie has a brand new perspective every time you watch it. It's one of those, it changes every time you grow as a person. It is that impactful from that many perspectives, and I think it's a must-watch for so many people.
Yet even still, it gets challenged by the court.
Yes, it still gets challenged.
Well, I wouldn't say by the courts. It's getting challenged in public school libraries and so on.
Especially in the South.
Oh, good Lord, especially in the South. I think it's actually banned in West Virginia.
It's banned in several states, yeah.
Ugh, it's ridiculous.
Mostly counties.
Yeah, counties. Number 41.
Number 41. Man with a Movie Camera, 1929.
Oh yeah, this was the one that you were telling me about.
Yes. So this is our first silent film.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have a ton of silent movies on our lists. I have a few.
I don't think I do, actually. Huh.
Okay.
Not that they're bad or anything. It's just a different flavor of movie that anybody from today would not be.
Yeah, silent
to.
movies are harder to get into. This is one of those. It's a hard recommendation for me to give to people, but this is a movie made in very early Soviet Russia because the Russians were one of the first to actually adopt film, like actual proper storytelling. But this was made by a radical of a man who believed the only purpose for film should be to communicate real world experiences. And what he does is he challenges himself with a movie camera to go around, I believe it was St. Petersburg, in one day to film everything that happens. And it's like a pseudo documentary because of that, where you're watching him running around filming cars and factories and workers, dinners, and like you're seeing everything from funerals to live births and all of this kind of stuff happening in St. Petersburg in just that day. I think he films over multiple days, but the plot is he films it in one day. And there's a lot of very surrealist moments because you see like some of the earliest uses of stop motion in the movie, for example.
There was actually a silent movie that I almost put onto the list. It's very, very short. It would probably only take you like half an hour to watch. It is actually like a silent movie where the guy brings in dead bugs and he uses them in stop motion.
Yes.
I think it's like, what is it called?
I know the exact one you're talking about. It's
Yeah.
a guy climbing a mountain, correct?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm
No.
thinking of a different one then.
No, it was made by a Russian, and I just forgot what it's called. But I just know he just took bugs, and everybody, when they were watching the movie, they thought, this guy trained bugs to do all these things. That's insane.
Oh, I think I know the one you're talking about. Okay,
yeah.
I think I know
Yep.
what you're talking about. All right.
But
But yes, Man with a Movie Camera. It's a very, very hard recommendation for me to give to anyone. And if you're wanting to skip it, that's fair. I completely understand. But it's one of those. I very much love it.
No joke. A couple years ago, I was taking a religious studies course, and we had to watch a movie, and our teacher was like, just don't ask questions, just watch it. And it's just scene after scene after scene of people just all around the world doing different things. Some of it is like on the assembly line at work, a crowd in New York City, people doing religious practice in the middle of a jungle, and it's just like, this is what this movie is starting to reminding me of.
Yes, it is very akin to that. You're watching snippets of people's lives from coming on to 100 years ago. 3 years, this movie will be 100 years old.
Interesting.
So it's a time capsule because of that.
I love looking at old footage from way back when. Like, one of my favorite clips of video ever is from one of the former popes, who is supposedly the earliest person to have been born to be filmed on footage. It would be Pope Leo the 13th, I believe.
That would make sense.
In the year 1908.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
Yes, but anyways.
Number 41, another new one. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Ah, yes.
I love this movie so much. It is an interdimensional travel type movie. Yes, I know. We just made fun of it. But this is one of those few movies that does it very, very well. And it is centered around the relationship between a mother and her daughter after they have been very, very estranged. And it's also a movie about the possibilities of what one choice in your life could have made it differently, for better or for worse.
Yeah. So, I personally have not seen this movie.
I think you would love it.
Yes, I've been told a lot of times. I operate generally on a policy, because there's a lot of new movies that come out every year.
Yes.
I operate on a policy just to narrow it down a little bit. I give it about 8-ish years before I watch a movie when it just came out, just to make sure the hype lives up, because if I'm still hearing about it in 8 years, I probably should watch it.
I would say maybe 8 years is a little too much.
That's fair.
Especially right now where everything is moving so fast. Whether it's the news cycle or just general entertainment, everything's moving so fast that I don't even think anything from just this past week is going to be well, definitely not, in say another month or two at this point.
That's why I give it 8 years. If it can live 8 years, if it can live 8, I know it's good. It has stood the test of time, and I will sit down and watch it. And we're coming up to that soon, so I'll probably watch it here not too long.
Well, let's see. This movie
I'll
came
probably watch
out,
it this year.
oh, yeah. This movie, I think, came out in 2022.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, 4 years now so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still pretty popular.
Yeah. I'll probably watch it soon, just because, honestly, we'll probably just watch it for the show.
I was going to say, you're going to watch it for the podcast,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. But yeah, your number 40.
Number 40. An Adventure in Space and Time, 2013. This movie has no right to be as good as it is. This is a made-for-TV movie that is functionally a commercial.
What's the commercial for?
This is a movie all about the start of Doctor Who.
Oh.
This is not the first time we've mentioned Doctor Who on this episode now. I was not planning on this. This is a movie all about how Doctor Who originally got its start.
I think I've seen clips of it, because
Yes.
I remember watching a video about Doctor Who, and they were starting to talk about the first Doctor, and it was just showing clips of this random thing about it, and it's just like the first Doctor, William Hartnell, just being told about the script, and he's like, give me the script, I want to see it. And then the person was like, oh, it's coming along just fine, and then they threw it away.
Yeah.
Every time.
So, it's a very good, like, it has no right to be as good as it is, but it is good because everyone actually really loves this idea and really loves the story, because the movie originally starts off following Verity Lambert, who is the first show producer for Doctor Who, and that one of the first, I believe, the first ever woman to produce a show for the BBC. And it's following her story from this, but then midway through it transitions to following William Hartnell, and which William Hartnell, basically, who became a beloved figure for shows, but he was effing old and very unhealthy. Yes. And him trying to come with terms that he is needing to retire and him not wanting to. It is a very good emotional piece. I wish I remember the actor's name. He plays a character in Game of Thrones as well. But he nails William Hartnell perfectly. Like, down to just his mannerisms of speech and how he moves. It is unbelievably, like, incarnated of, like, how well he's done this. And you don't even have to like Doctor Who to like this movie, honestly.
Even though you should still watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's still very good.
There's something for everybody.
I personally have always been a fan of Classic Who. I've never really watched New Who at all, so...
So I have been watching a lot of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I love Classic Who. There's a lot of good elements of New Who that I really, really like. But of course, honestly, there are some things about Classic Who that I'm not crazy about.
That's fair. Classic Who is unbelievably campy and very dumb.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But I was raised on that kind of stuff as a kid.
Yep.
I love that kind of thing. And an Adventure Space and Time takes this one aspect and actually gives, like, a good, like, understanding of it. And I think you would really like it because it's actually very accurate.
Cool. Alright. So, let's see. Moving on from that, now to our number 40. Cabin in the Woods.
Ah,
so
nice.
I only recommend this movie to people that are two things. One, horror fans, and two, know a large amount of, like, random, like, tropes, trivia, and references and stuff to slasher movies. Because Cabin in the Woods takes some of your basic tenets of, say, whether it's Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and so on.
Particularly Evil Dead. Oh my god, particularly Evil Dead.
And Evil Dead, especially. And it just makes a giant spoof out of it.
Yes.
And they're just making fun of all these different random tropes.
However, it is a huge love letter to it.
Yes.
The people who made this clearly love this kind of, like, B-movie slasher, like, 70 a year are made in, like, indie film studios. Like,
yes. Honestly, I really don't even really want to explain the plot to it because
you know the plot. If you've seen these movies, you know the plot.
Yep. Yep, but it has its own little twist to it.
Yes, it has a big twist. You should just watch it for that.
All right. We are now out of our 40s, and now we're on to the 30s.
Yes. Number 39. one of the newest inclusions on my list, actually.
Oh, dear Lord.
Knives Out 2019.
I think my friends right now are jumping up and down highly because they love Knives Out.
Yes. This is a throwback to the classic murder mysteries that we used to get all the way back in, like, the 50s. If you cannot tell by me including both Knives Out and Clue, I love this time period of film. I love this genre. And Knives Out is a great rebirth of that.
You know, the newest Knives Out just came out not that long ago.
Yes, the Glass Onion series. I have not watched any of them. I've just watched Knives Out. I do plan to watch Glass Onion sometime soon. Because I've also been told I'd really like that.
Yep, because I think the newest one, somebody told me it's the best one out of all of the ones that they've made so far.
Yes. Because it is a murder mystery, I will not talk about spoilers with it, because the whole point of a movie like this is not being spoiled.
Yes.
So, if you are interested in something like this, I highly recommend it. It is very much a modern-day take on the classic Clue style. People are in a mansion, someone dies, who did it?
Mm-hmm. I love the original Knives Out, but I have not seen the others. It's been many, many years since I've seen Knives Out, but I do remember loving it a lot, but it did not make my list, unfortunately.
That's fair. It's very good. It's not for everyone, I'll go ahead and admit that.
Mm-hmm.
Murder mysteries are not everyone's cup of tea.
I do love mysteries because I do love Sherlock Holmes stories.
Yes.
They're a fun little piece of media to consume whenever I'm deathly bored, even though my only issue with mysteries is that once you watch them or read them and you know who the eventual baddie is supposed to be in the end, a good mystery can at least keep you hooked onto it and invested. Meanwhile, a bad mystery sometimes, yes, you may not see this twist coming, but if it's not engaging all the way to that at the end...
One of the ones that I've always had a problem with mystery films is they don't give you the appropriate clues. Because they'll be like, oh, we withheld this one clue to make sure the audience didn't know, and then they reveal it at the end, and it's like...
That's awful, no. That's fair. That's
it's very unsatisfying.
Yes.
But Knives Out does not do that.
Like, the best mysteries are the ones where the audience gets to be the detective alongside the detective themselves. Alright, so my number 39, a new one.
Oh?
The Apartment.
Oh, I have not watched this one.
Yes. Stars Jack Lemming. What's her name?
What year is that?
This would be, I want to say around 60s. I didn't write down the years for some of these.
60s, interesting.
Yes. So The Apartment, how do I describe it? Without giving away the plot, I mean, it's a whole, like, love triangle type movie or whatever, but it is one of the best screenplays ever written for a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's, like, I know some people that have always, like, not known personally, but I've seen people always say, oh, whenever we're in film school, this is like a movie that we're always told, hey, we're going to have to study the screenplay over and over and over again. Oh, shoot. Shirley MacLaine, that's her name.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I forgot the other guy's name, but yeah, Jack Lemming and Shirley MacLaine. They're the most famous people in this movie. There's a lot of cool lines in this movie. However, there is one part of the movie that I think is pretty dated.
Oh, yeah?
Of women getting slapped.
Ah.
Because, 50s bleeding into the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the movie where Ronald Reagan slapped a woman. I'm sure he had fun doing that. Yes, The Apartment. I really don't want to spoil too much on this one. I really do think you would enjoy this one a whole lot, other than a woman getting slapped.
Fair enough.
Yep. All right, 38.
Number 38. No Man's Land, 2001. So, this is a Serbian film.
That terrifies me because I know another movie that's literally called a Serbian film.
So
in case y'all don't know what that is, it's smut. It's all it is. It's awful. It's not good. Don't watch it.
So this is a Serbian film, Bosnian, Serbian, around that time, but it's made during the Bosnian War.
Oh dear Lord.
Well, it's about the Bosnian War actually, and it is about a group of rebels during that period, who are obviously trying to separate from Serbia. Mm-hmm. Them getting lost during a heavy fog, and them winding up in no man's land between the trenches. A lot of them get injured, and a Serbian soldier gets sent out to basically retrieve, and they both get stuck in the trench together and kind of caught in this deadlock, and the UN, who are supposed to be peacekeepers during this period, having to deal with the bureaucracy and publicity nightmare of how do we solve this situation by having the least amount of people die, while also having the media not make fun of us. And you can clearly see their priorities with this, and it's so funny. And it's one of those movies that I feel can only be told from the Bosnian Serbian perspective here, because it does not take a good perspective on the UN at all.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It is a dark comedy. Absolutely a dark comedy. You'll have to get used to reading for a lot of this movie. Because they do spit out this dialogue very quickly. So I've seen it several times because of that. But it's very funny. It's so funny. The humor is not lost across the language border.
Interesting.
But another thing of note is this movie is... there is like 7 languages in this movie. And there is some sections with people speaking English because of that.
Interesting.
Mostly in the UN.
Of course, the UN. Honestly, I don't really think I've ever seen many movies like that nowadays, now that I think about it.
It's very good. There's only one other movie that I can really think of that has the same quantity of languages, and it's Inglourious Bastards.
Huh. Interesting.
And it's very interesting. This director did an amazing job directing across so many languages, too, so...
It's no small feat to do.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's see. My 38. Another animated movie. First stop-motion movie, actually.
Ooh.
It might actually... Well, actually, no.
Is this Wallace and Gromit?
Nope.
Oh.
Coraline.
Ah,
2009.
okay. That makes sense. All right.
Love this movie. I remember when I was in elementary school. I didn't get to see it in the theaters, unfortunately, but I do remember friends going to see it, and they said it's so freaking good. And I'm pretty sure everybody in our generation has seen it, because it is a very iconic movie of people that at least grew up in the 2000s. And if you haven't seen this movie, very simple premise. A young girl named Coraline moves into a new house and basically wants to leave, wants to move back home, but discovers another world where everything is glorious. Her mom and dad want to be around with her. Her neighbors are actually, fun, not old and weird. It's just the difference is they have button eyes and just something feels off. Doesn't feel right.
Yeah, this definitely is in the post, 2000s Tim Burton period.
Yes.
Where they're definitely leaning into the gothic aesthetics of the film.
Believe it or not, the studio that made this, Laika, so one of Tim Burton's most famous movies is obviously A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
Well, Laika is basically the spiritual successor to what made A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ah.
Yeah, so I think it's actually the same actual director that did Coraline. But it's no Tim Burton involvement, but it definitely is a love letter to a bit of his style, and it's also adapting a very famous book by Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
Have you ever seen this movie, Bryce?
No.
Wow. Well, I think you'll really like this movie. I know when it comes to animation movies, you're not really that crazy about them, but I know you do appreciate stop motion movies.
Yes. I do like animation. I do get accused every once in a while. I was like, oh, he doesn't like animation.
Yes.
I put animation on the same level as live action. The trouble is that there's significantly less animated movies than there are live action movies.
To be fair, though, it takes a long time to do animation.
I do not blame animators for that at all. No. It's just, for every animated movie, there's 100 live action ones. So because of that, they don't make up a lot of my lists. Just because I put them on the same level. Mm-hmm. So, just by pure percentages, animation comes up less often.
Yes. So,
I get accused of that a lot. I know there are a lot of people out here who are die-hard animation fans.
Yes.
I find animation, it's like, okay, it is a fair substitute for live action.
Yep. It's a very good medium, but it's a lot of work to get through.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what causes so much less to be made. Yes. And because of that, less of it comes across my radar.
Yeah. Well, I think you'll like Coraline a lot.
All right.
It's very beloved. My wife loves it a lot, and it's almost, I wouldn't say a yearly tradition to watch on Halloween, but it is definitely... Laika likes to make a large amount of movies that are centered around Halloween. This is not the only, more Halloween-y type movie that they made. But yeah, this is their most profitable movie that they've ever made in that studio, for sure.
Alright.
Alright, number 37.
This is our first repeat.
Oh boy.
To Kill a Mockingbird, 1962.
I'm not too shocked about that whatsoever. I am not too shocked.
Yes. So if both of us put this on our list, that you probably should watch it.
Yes.
Just a heads up.
Yep. All right. Well,
So go back to what was your number for To Kill a Mockingbird?
42.
Yeah, go back to his 42 if you want to hear us talk about it.
No promises on me putting in timestamps for this video because it's going to be a long one. Maybe later. All right, my number 37. First documentary.
Ooh.
Marjo.
Yes, you've talked about this one before.
I have talked about this one before. And to basically make a long story short, this is a documentary about a man named literally Marjo, who used to be a child preacher, a Pentecostal preacher, which means he's very charismatic, you could say. He traveled all over the country in the late 50s. And now he's basically retiring in the 70s. And he's basically exposing all of the methods and tactics that preachers do in order to make money for themselves. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, Bryce, I don't know if I mentioned it in the podcast, when they were releasing this documentary, there was a huge panic about it that they could not release it in the South because of how religious it is.
Yeah.
So they decided, we are not going to show this movie in theaters below Iowa. Yes, Iowa. One country... One state away from Canada. I am very religious myself, but yeah, Marjo is something that needs to be seen by anybody that's religious, because you can at least get ideas of whether or not a man is being a con artist or not when it comes to preaching. So yeah, Marjo actually would go on to be an actor in various movies, and believe it or not, very simply, he would play preachers in these movies.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Very, very good. It's not very long either. He just goes over the tactics. These preachers have gimmicks, and the ones that have very good gimmicks, they're the ones that get the bookings and all these other things to go out and preach. And I can just make several $100s in bills, just go out and preach about Lord Jesus and God and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it's very, very good. Definitely one of those things that should be more well known and watched, but due to circumstances in the 70s, did not happen.
Yeah. That's up.
36.
Number 36. The Hidden Fortress, 1958. Second Akira Kurosawa movie.
I have not seen that one.
Yes, this is very good. It follows two very poor men who are wannabe thieves who get wrapped up in a political scandal, and it devolves very quickly into chaos for them. And I've never watched a movie about two characters who desperately want to leave the movie. Oh my God. They want to get out as quick as possible.
Wow.
It's not a super comedy, but there is a lot of intrigue going into the movie because of obviously all the political stuff. Because they find a whole bunch of money, basically. And they're like, oh, we can have all this money and then we can go run away and retire. But by taking this money, they have inadvertently gotten themselves involved in a huge political thing.
Yes.
And so all of this kind of warped chaos is going around. Hidden princesses, secret generals, all of this kind of chaos is going on until they get to the Hidden Fortress, namesake of the movie. And they'll basically... new objectives survive.
I have nothing to say other than this just sounds like chaos, and I like it.
It is a very chaotic movie. There is very much comedy moments in it, but don't go into it expecting comedy.
Yeah.
But yes, Akira Kurosawa, as is usual for Akira Kurosawa movie, it is a samurai film. It is not explicitly about samurai. There is a samurai character in there. But as is with a lot of Akira Kurosawa, there is a lot of interesting intrigue and character dynamics that are going on through it. And obviously very well shot, because obviously.
That's just Kurosawa. It's just standard at that point.
Yep.
Alright, my number 36. Alright, so this is going to be a string of 4 movies that are brand new.
Oh boy.
Yep. Number 36, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. So, I rewatched this movie maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I see.
This is the live-action one?
Yes, it's the live-action one. Yeah, there is no animated movie.
That's right, it's a TV show. You're right.
Yes, it's a TV show. And I did watch that one. I love that one too, so go watch that too. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I loved this movie when it first came out, and I watched it all the time, but I didn't put it into my top 10 or 20 and so on for years. And then when I rewatched it fairly recent. I was like, yeah, I love this movie.
I have a
so
couple
much.
movies like that too.
Yep. Very much a stylistic movie, and pretty much most people know this basic synopsis. A guy falls in love with a girl, and in order to date her, he has to fight her many evil exes.
Yeah, the 7 evil exes.
The 7 evil exes. And it's so great. Even still, I think the side characters are amazing. I love one character that is actually played by the brother of Macaulay Culkin, the Home Alone kid.
So
there's so many things about this movie I love.
I think this is going to be one of the very few Edgar Wright movies we have on our list.
Yes.
Edgar Wright, very good director, but it's very hard for me to put movies of his on our list. Honestly, like, this is one of the really good ones. You also go and watch Shaun of the Dead. That's another really good one of his.
That one's very fun, too. I almost
those
put
are
that one
always
on there.
Edgar Wright is one of those that barely just doesn't make my list.
Yes.
Every time. He's a very good director, but it's always just barely nudges out. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I've heard people jokingly say it's the best video game movie ever made.
I can see that, even though it's not based off of a video game. It's based off of a comic that was turned into a movie, a video game. Yes, it did get turned into a video game. Then it turned into a TV show, and yeah, it's just...
Yeah. This definitely, this definitely embodied, like, the 2010s, like, gamer aesthetic kind of thing and really got that ball rolling.
Yeah, and it's actually got a large star-studded cast.
Oh my god, yes. Chris Evans is in this movie.
Yes, Chris Evans is in this movie. What's her name? Winstead. What's her first name? I can't remember. But she's married to... She's married to Obi-Wan Kenobi, if that's what...
Michael Cera is obviously the star of the movie.
Michael Cera is the star of the movie. Blair White. There's so many people in this movie.
Like, yeah, this movie started a generational movement, in my opinion.
Somebody told me that girls saw this movie and they adopted the main girl lead in this movie, for better or for worse.
Yeah, like... This look of the main girl is an aesthetic look that I feel resonated for at least 10 years. Arguably to this day.
Yeah, it did. Honestly, I think a lot of people miss the entire point of the movie because it's literally a movie about relationships and what not to do.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of, like, talk about toxicity in the movie. There's a lot of very deep things that do get kind of blown over because of how stylistic it is.
Yes. Even still, actually, I would still say read the comic because there's so much more that goes over with it. And it's actually in my favorite bookshelf right there, right behind you, Bryce. Oh! Yep, it's in there.
I don't have to look for it, but I don't believe you.
Yeah, don't believe me, I guess. Yes, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I love this movie. It's so much fun. Please watch it.
Yes.
All right, number 35.
I have another movie adapted from a comic.
Oh, dear God. I think I know.
Number 35. Sin City, 2005.
I was about to say, is it Sin City?
It is Sin City, adapted from Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Rodriguez. This is going to be the only movie of his that's going to make the list. I can say that confidently.
Look, I don't really care for Robert Rodriguez's movies as a whole, but I
can appreciate him as a director.
I was about to say, I really respect him as a director because he does basically almost everything by himself.
And he is always under budget.
Yep.
He is always 10% of the budget. It's so maddening.
Yep.
But yes, this is a shot-for-shot remake of his Sin City comic.
Yep.
Another movie is told in parts and is told out of order. And it's basically following a city of sin. It is following an undescribed city that is gripped by gang violence, corruption, and all of this kind of stuff. And you're following different perspectives throughout the movie as they sort of passingly interact with each other, engaging in their own stories within the city. The city is kind of its own character, hence why it's the namesake of the movie.
Yes.
And yeah, it is a extraordinarily stylistic movie, partially because it's adapted shot for shot from a comic.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the very two movies I can name as shot for shot remake of a comic.
Yes.
I
don't think I've ever seen this one, though. There's only been a small handful of Robert Rodriguez's movies that I've seen. Without my permission, I should say. If you want to know, it's Shark Boy, Lava Girl, and some of the Spy Kids movies.
Yeah. If you're familiar with those, same director. But those were movies that he basically got permission to make because he wanted to make movies for his kids.
Yes, he did.
So I think Shark Boy and Lava Girl literally adapted from the script of a son.
Yeah, it was made, from what I remember, it's based off of the dreams of a 7-year-old child. Mm. And it stars one of Twilight fame and Abduction fame, crap.
What's his name?
Taylor Lautner. That's his name.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, that's his name. Anyway.
Yeah, Sin City, very stylistic movie. There's a lot of dark things to it. It makes good use of color contrast as well, because it's black and white with occasional color for emphasis. And yeah, it's a very interesting like action piece as well. So, I'd recommend it, especially like if you're someone who loves hyper stylized movies. This is a hyper stylized movie.
Interesting.
I think it pairs very well with your slot you just went over. So.
Yep. So let's see here, number 35, and the second and last documentary movie.
All right.
Half-Life 2 20th anniversary documentary.
Interesting.
Yes,
Interesting.
This came out. This is actually probably the most recent thing to ever come out, and it was released on YouTube. So, if you want to count this as a movie, sure, and if not, sure. So, fun fact about me:
I think it's a movie.
Half-Life 2, in my opinion, is my favorite game of all time, and I think it is the best video game of all time.
I have another Valve game that's my favorite of all time.
Yes,
so.
yes, you can talk about it whenever they might make a anniversary movie about it. Give it actually one more year, because that's when I think it came out. Portal. 2007.
No, it came out. Oh wait, yes, you're correct. Yes.
2007.
Portal 2 in particular is my favorite.
Portal 2, give it another 5 more years.
Yeah.
5.
Well, Portal 1 came out with the orange box.
Yes.
So
Either
came
way.
out around the same time. Actually, no, because it was Half-Life 2 Episode 1, I think, or something like that.
Half-Life 2 Episode 1 came out
was it episode
2006. Half-Life 2 Episode 2 came out in 2007.
Okay, so that was the orange box one.
Yes,
then.
because that's when Team Fortress 2 and Portal were released.
One of the most maddening... Like, if you're someone who likes video games... We're not going to talk about a lot of video games on the show.
Yes.
But if you're someone who likes video games, the orange box is probably one of the best things you could ever buy.
Honestly, I would still say it's in the top 10 best games ever made.
Yeah, the orange
Orange
box, 3 of the best games ever made.
Yes.
Like...
Yes. And now Half-Life 2 is all about my favorite game out of the 3. Well, probably Portal might edge it out by a bit, but I love Half-Life 2's documentary on it because you get to listen to the voice actors that were in the game, you get to listen to the developers, the writers, and at the very end, I pretty much accepted we may never see Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
As much as I want to see the story be concluded, however, every few months, our friend Chris keeps on saying, "Oh, there's like another person that leaked this information out." It's like hinting at Half-Life 3, and I was like,
If they make an Half-Life 3, it's going to be too many cooks in the kitchen, honestly.
Too many cooks?
Yeah.
Look, I have long accepted it, but still, Half-Life, the anniversary documentary, they made one for the first Half-Life documentary. I was like, yeah, that's good. Half-Life 2, though, that's my baby. That's my game. I love modding it since around this time when they released this documentary, Bryce, they allowed the workshop to add things into the game. So I changed Alex Vance to be Hazume Miku. It was so stupid, but I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it. Anyway, yes. If we're not talking about video games, just either play the game and watch the documentary, or just play the game.
Yeah.
Please play
You
the
also
game.
just watch the documentary.
Yeah, watch the documentary too. It's very, 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 very good.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it.
So, number 34.
Yes.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, 1920.
So we mentioned Tim Burton before, but this
Yes.
is a movie that I can tell very much influenced his style. Very stylistic. It's a German movie, I believe.
Expressionist, yes.
German expressionist movie.
Silent film as well.
Silent movie. But honestly, probably the most approachable of all the silent movies that
Probably.
I can think of.
I think of one other silent movie that's also very approachable is Safety Last. That barely did not make my list.
Really?
That one's a comedy.
Yeah.
But I recommend Safety Last to everyone. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. If you're even slightly interested in silent films, this is a great jumping on point.
Normally I just say watch comedies first when you're going to silent movies, whether it's Charlie Chaplin or Buster Keaton and so on. But
Buster Keaton I would save a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Buster Keaton's very good. I just don't think he's a good starter for silent films.
Maybe. I think one of his movies is actually now in public domain as well.
Oh, probably several.
Yep. But I think... I forgot the name of the movie now that you just said.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yes. Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very stylistic. What is the synopsis, Bryce?
So the synopsis of the movie is that it is following a sort of like vaudeville entertainer, and he has a man who has never been awake. And he displays it, and he goes, I have this way of controlling him. I can speak a word into his ear, and he will do the task despite being asleep. And he will do the task, and the movie is following this man who basically is whispering these words into the sleeping man to get him to do things for him. And I'm not going to spoil too much because there's a lot of twists and turns in the movie. There's a lot of, like... If you somehow have never been spoiled on this movie by some miracle, because it's 105 years old, 106 years old.
To be fair, since it's a silent movie, not many people are going to be spoiled by it, unless they've seen the remake.
That's fair. I completely forgot this had a remake.
It did have a remake, but not a lot of people know about it.
Yes. But it's a very good movie if you're wanting, like, to really get into German Expressionism as well. Oh my god, this is an amazing movie for German Expressionism. You probably know German Expressionism, you just don't know German Expressionism.
Like having this. If you've never seen German Expressionism, yes, you have.
Yeah.
You have. It is possibly one of the most influential movements of movies of all time.
I would argue, outside of maybe the Soviet films, probably the most. Yeah, like Battleship Potemkin and all that. Those are like the two major things: is the Soviet Revolution films and German Expressionism.
Yes.
Those are the two big eras of film that influenced everything. If you've watched a movie in the last, ever, like in the last 106 years, you have watched a movie influenced, even in a small part, by the cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yes.
It is one of those movies. I can't say everyone should go watch this movie, because some people, they won't care for German Expressionism.
There's sticks in the mud.
That.
Be honest, there's sticks in the mud.
Some people are not going to care. However, this movie is well within the public domain.
Yes.
You can easily watch this anywhere. So there is no excuse to at least not try it.
Yes.
Even the first 5 minutes.
Number 34 for my end.
Yes.
Since we have nothing else for Caligari, I think.
Yeah, no. I'll have a lot more to talk about when it gets its own episode.
So this was a movie that I've been begging Bryce to watch for many years until he finally did watch it. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
Very dated in some areas, but there's a reason why anybody that is LGBT and so on watch this during Halloween. It's so much fun.
Second appearance of Tim Curry.
Please, God, rest his soul. He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
But he's gone through rough patches.
God, yeah. It is a miracle he's still alive, honestly.
Yep. But possibly the movie that put him on the map.
Oh my god, yes. A very young Tim Curry.
Yep. It's if you want a movie that is the epitome of what the counterculture was like in the 60s and 70s, even though this came out in the 70s, this is it.
Yep.
This is pretty much it.
So this is a musical, so heads up.
Yes. I'm not a big musical guy, but I can always get down to Rocky Horror.
This movie, the music is so good.
Yes.
The music is so good. And the plot is bonkers.
Yes.
The plot, you're going to be, just a heads up, I am pre-prepping you, you're going to watch this movie and go, what the heck is this plot? And then the actual what the heck is this plot will actually convince.
It makes no sense.
Whatever you're like, oh, I'm prepared for this plot making no sense, you are not prepared. This movie is nuts. It's insane.
I honestly have nothing else to say. It really is like, how do you even describe this movie to someone that's never seen it? Because, like, whenever I was telling Bryce, and every other people as well that was telling Bryce, you need to see it, we just couldn't come up with the words to, like, describe it to him. It was like, you just have to see it.
Yeah, so for a long time, people have been recommending this movie to me. And years ago, I actually was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and actually watch it now. And, oh my god, everyone was right. This is so up my alley. I put it off for so long because I wanted to actually have, like, an event to watch it. And one day I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit down and watch it.
Yes.
I'm not going to do the big event. I sat down and watched it, and I never regretted it. It is so good.
That makes me regret a little bit that our university that we attended, they would have every year for Halloween a Rocky Horror Picture Show showing. And I was like, dang, I should have taken Bryce to see it. Because I think he would have enjoyed it. Because everybody would dress up in the costumes. They'd all be quoting the movie as it went along.
This is another one of those movies. It is fairly recommended to watch this with a friend. You don't have to. This is not quite on Monty Python level watch with a friend. You can watch this alone and still enjoy it, but if you watch it with a friend, you get to watch...
a group of friends, really.
Yeah, like, it is nuts.
Honestly, just having a whole room of people singing the Time Warp is so much fun.
Oh my god, yes.
Alright, you're number 34.
Number 30... Well, 33.
Oh, yeah.
Number 33... The Thing, 1982. This is John Carpenter's.
I love this movie.
Very good. This might be my highest rated horror movie.
Really?
Yes.
I know I have a couple on here still to go.
All my horror is kind of bunched up around this area, if you haven't can tell.
Yes. But also, the thing is also in my list. It's never going away. I can always say that for sure. It will never go away.
This might be the best monster horror movie.
Yes.
So this definitely has a lot of symbolism with Cold War fears.
Yep.
Particularly during, like, 80s Reagan era Cold War fears of basically not being able to trust anyone.
Yes.
And it follows the plot of a monster that can take on the shape of anyone.
Yes.
And it can duplicate itself and take on the shape of those people.
Mm-hmm.
And it is following this intrigue action plot of these people in this isolated Arctic zone trying to make sure the monster does not break out into greater society.
Yep.
And no one being able to trust anyone else.
Yep.
And it is super fascinating in addition to being effing terrifying.
Oh yeah, like, this movie really uses no CGI or anything. This is before it became a giant craze. Everything that you see in this movie with the horror-related stuff, practical.
Yep.
All of it is practical. And it is still, even the sounds of what the monster makes, it's so bone-chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the soundtrack, it just hints at the otherworldliness of this creature. Like, at the very end of the movie, you just hear a dun-dun. It's supposed to sound like a heartbeat, but it just sounds different just enough to make it seem this is not a human.
Yeah. A very star-studded cast, too. All very young.
Yeah.
Very young star-studded cast. So this is, like, early in their careers,
yeah, like,
too.
the star of the show is mainly Kurt Russell, and
Yep.
it's, like, very young Kurt Russell. It's like, dang.
And we also get, diabetes. Yeah.
I forgot Diabetes is in this, too. Diabetes. I love that. I think he passed away not that long ago.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
Oh
He was not a man of great health.
Clearly, because he was...
Yeah, he got diabetes.
He got diabetes. Oh, yeah. I have the thing on here, too. We can mention more about it later.
Yeah.
My number 33. First Christmas movie.
Ah.
You're going to think it's weird, but I promise you, when I explain myself, you'll start to understand why. A Muppet Christmas Carol. So, fun fact about me, I love the Muppets. Yes, I do. And I also love puppetry.
Muppets are great.
Yes, Muppets are fantastic. They're about to actually have themselves a reboot TV show, finally.
Ooh!
Yeah, based on the actual original Muppet Show concept.
Interesting.
I think
okay.
their first guest...
We're not getting baby Muppets.
Nope. No, we're not getting baby Muppets. No, I think their first guest host is going to be Sabrina Carpenter, the singer.
Okay, we're just talking about Carpenters.
Yep. Muppet Christmas Carol. Yes, if you know anything about Christmas movies, a very easy movie for TV show, like or a very easy story for TV shows or movies. A very easy one to adapt is A Christmas Carol because one, public domain, and two, very easy to fill in all these characters with your side characters into it.
Yep.
So they did it with the Muppets.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've seen Muppet Treasure Island, and that's always been my preferred one.
Yes.
Obviously, because Tim Curry's in it too.
Yes, that's true. He's so much bombastic in that movie. But
have you ever heard about his story about it?
We'll watch it someday.
Okay. We'll talk about it then.
We'll talk about it then. But no, with Muppet Christmas Carol, it stars Michael Caine as Scrooge, and crap you not, it is the best adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
There's a lot of those.
No joke, within the past few years, Bryce, I don't know how much you know about this, but a large amount of people online have been gushing about this movie.
Interesting.
A lot of people say this is the best adaptation of A Christmas Carol they've ever seen.
It has stiff competition, too, because
Yes, it does.
There's like Bill Murray's Scrooged.
That's true, yeah.
Yes.
But people just love how much they took the liberties of A Christmas Carol and they just adapted it into the Muppets. And it's like, everything works well. There's nothing wrong with it. And whenever I rewatched this a couple years ago with my wife, we were like, yeah, It is that good. It's actually shockingly how good it is. It is actually has some musical numbers in it because of course it's the Muppets, but it just works. It really just works.
All right.
But yeah, you all know the story of A Christmas Carol. Everybody knows it. Scrooge, mean guy, visited by 3 different ghosts and becomes a good guys. No, 3. Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future.
And his former business partner.
No,
that's the first one.
No, that's not it.
What are you talking about?
Christmas Carol.
That's the one that has all the chains and his mouth.
Well, 4, but the main ones.
Yeah, the main one. I'm talking about 4 ghosts.
Oh, Marley.
But he's visited by 3 spirits and 4 ghosts.
Yeah, you're talking about Jacob Marley. Yeah. I don't really count that as much, but sure.
Well, he's visited by 3 spirits. That's the thing that has to be clarified there. He's visited by 4 ghosts and 3 spirits.
Okay.
So.
Anyway, number 32.
Semantics.
Yeah, there's
32. This is Spinal Tap, 1984. So, technically a documentary. I don't know how much you know about this movie.
No.
This is a rockumentary.
I can already see where this is going.
This is actually a mockumentary. Done by the same director who did The Princess Bride, so Rob Reiner.
Ooh. Well, God rest his soul too.
Yes, died very recently.
Yep, very, very recently.
But he did this in Spinal Tap, and this is a movie following the fictionalized English rock band on their American tour.
I know this movie now. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, wait, I remember this now. It goes up to 11.
Yeah. Can't you just make 10 louder and have that be instead of just make 10 louder? But this goes up to 11.
I love that line so much. I remember it now. I was like, oh yeah, that's the one.
It's such a funny movie. Because every character in it, you would be outsmarted by a bag of rocks. If you love watching a movie of dumb people doing dumb things, it is the classic. And it is the original mockumentary. It started a trend of people making fake documentaries.
Oh my gosh.
And, it's so good. It's such a funny movie.
It's very funny.
So, I highly recommend it. Also, just very good music. Like, despite this being a fake band, after this movie went out, they actually went on tour because the music was that good.
I love that. Oh my god. Alright, that's the end of a chain of new movies. There's only 3 more left in this entire list.
Alright.
So, some of these movies are going to be referenced before again, but still, they're rearranged in some way, shape, or form. Alright, my number 32. Spider-Man 2002.
So this is the Sam Raimi one.
Yes, this is Sam Raimi. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Honestly, I could have put in the second movie too. The third movie is just badly funny. Hilariously funny. Like, so bad it's good. But Spider-Man 2002. Literally, these are the movies that started the trend of constantly pumping out more and more superhero movies, for good or bad.
The entire vibe that you know of superhero movies, there is 2 types of superhero movies. The comedic, cartoony ones.
That's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And the dark, overly serious ones.
Dark Knight trilogy.
Yep. And this is the one that sparked that cartoonish, kind of Marvel style superhero movies. Very campy,
very cheesy, but I love it a lot. And honestly, the best part about this movie, in my opinion, is actually William Dafoe playing as the main villain.
We don't get a lot of William Dafoe in these lists. Yep. And, oh my god.
I got another one, don't worry.
You got another one? Cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's just, we've talked about this one before, but either way, Spider-Man just... There's a lot of memes in this movie, too. I rewatched it about last summer, and I was like, I can see all the memes in this movie. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Macho Man's in this.
Yes, he is in this.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, too, man.
Yes. Much further out than Rob Reiner, but
yes, much further out, but just still. Yeah, this was the movie that started the trend. And it's honest...
Sorry, I'm going to be quoting it until we move on.
Wrestling fan. Anyway, yeah, Spider-Man, most people have seen this that may or may not be superhero fans. The only reason why I might ever watch a superhero movie is if it's got Spider-Man in it, and this is definitely one of the better superhero movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I get tired of all the same dark, stuff, and I'm also tired of all the campy stuff that Marvel does nowadays.
This is the classic, post like cartoon toy era, Marvel, and pre like pump out the multiverse Marvel.
Yeah.
So this is like the nice in between middle ground period.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, number 31.
Number 31. First Blood, 1982. So.
Oh yeah, this is
You might not know it by the name,
but you
know it by the character.
Rambo.
This is Rambo.
Yeah, because all the sequels after First Blood.
Yes, we're called Rambo.
Rambo 2, Rambo 3.
Yep.
Rambo 4.
Well, I believe
Blood.
Rambo 2 is called Rambo First Blood 2. And then it's just Rambo from the rest of the on. Which, by the way, what a dumb name. First Blood 2. I can understand why they renamed the series.
Yep. Also, if they would just call it Second Blood, it would have been interesting, but okay. Weirdly enough, though, Rambo, I forgot his name, the main character's name. And,
the sheriff, yeah.
Yeah, the sheriff.
And Rambo, yeah.
Sheriff Rambo. Well, actually, it's just like...
Well, the Rambo and the sheriff, not Sheriff
Rambo.
Rambo.
What I'm referencing is, it's like those big, beefy, machismo guys of the 80s. You have Bruce Willis with Die Hard.
Yep.
You had...
Well, I wouldn't qualify him as the big... It's mainly like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
With like Terminator, Last Action Hero.
Yes,
like,
but even still, like
Predator.
gun-wielding superheroes with all these big muscles and whatnot.
This really put Sylvester Stallone on the map, too. That and Rocky.
Yep. I'd probably say Rocky was the big one.
That's fair.
But still, Rambo... I don't really know what to say about Rambo. It is a sweaty movie.
Yes. But this also has a lot of a deeper meaning to it. Because this is a movie about, like, treatment of veterans for the time period. But most importantly, like, egos of men. Because every man in this movie will not capitulate. They believe they're the action hero. They believe they are the one that's in the right and will gun down the bad guy. And you're following Rambo, who actually is that guy and wants nothing more in the world to not be that guy.
Oh, God. Yeah, there's not much I can say about it. Even then, the meaning of that movie... It's basically dropped after that one, from what I remember.
Because
all the Rambos still have that.
Well, yeah, after the first movie, yeah.
That's what I meant. It's like after First Blood, that whole deeper meaning is basically tossed by the wayside. Yeah. Just give them more guns and let them have fun.
If you're not gonna watch it, at least watch it for the end scene. Because after watching it for like an hour and a half of just like people like dying and things blowing up and all this, the end scene ties it all together and is like this is a problem. Like, this is something to be taken seriously, actually. Yep. So it turns from a dumb action movie into, like, an actual serious drama.
Ooh, boy. You have anything else to say about it?
No. Well, watch it.
Oh, yeah,
Especially if you're an action junkie. Oh, my God. How have you not watched this if you're an action junkie?
Let's see. My 31, The Man Who Would Be King.
Ah, another Sean Connery.
Yep, Sean Connery and Michael Caine.
Yes.
So
the second Michael Caine now, right?
So, yes, it's the second Michael Caine. I know for sure you haven't seen this.
I have not seen it in its entirety.
Yes. So, The Man Who Would Be King. It is a movie based off of a book by Rudyard Kipling of the Jungle Book fame. And it is essentially kind of similar to Lawrence of Arabia, where you have these two guys that are wanting to go out and conquer and become great men. Similar to, like, say, of Napoleon or Alexander the Great.
I'm Egyptian.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna keep going that.
Yes, but you probably, if you have not seen this movie, I'm willing to bet you have seen a quasi reimagining of it that's animated from the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
The Road to El Dorado.
Ah, there we are.
Yep, I almost put that on my list, but I didn't. I kind of hate myself for not doing that. I'm kidding. Essentially, Man Who Would Be King is a more book-faithful plot. Meanwhile, El Dorado is a more kid-friendlier version.
Yeah.
But still, you can pick your choice. I like both of them. Man Who Would Be King, very simple premise. You got two men that want to go out and conquer and seize a treasure. It's honestly all you need to know.
Yeah.
And it's a very good adventure movie all around.
Yeah.
There's actually a large amount of Freemason imagery because...
Oh, really?
yeah, because, Rudyard Kipling was a Freemason.
Ah.
So he would incorporate iconography into his stories. And, Man Who Would Be King. There's a fair amount of the all-seeing eye throughout in the movie. And literally, a major plot point in the beginning of the movie was Michael Caine's character stealing from a fellow Mason, and when he noticed, he's like, crap, that's bad luck, so he has to run back to him and give him back. I was like, sir, I'm sorry, but I stole your locket. It's great. I think you all like it. I saw this back in high school, and I was like, yeah, I like this a lot. It's a good movie.
All right.
Number 30.
We're definitely entering the part of my list where this is the everyone knows it one. Number 30, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981.
Freaking normie. I'm kidding. It's great.
It's the first Indiana Jones movie.
Yep. It's the quintessential action-adventure movie that everybody knows and their grandma knows.
Yeah, so very much came over from the action-adventure pulps that kind of died out by the time it was around. Obviously, because like George Lucas was a die-hard fan of that kind of era of like comics, and very much inspired a lot of it off that. Sadly, we've gotten away from that nowadays because we no longer have Indiana Jones depicted that way anymore.
Well, we just had a new Indiana Jones movie, and it completely flopped in the box office.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yep.
We're probably not going to be getting an Indiana Jones movie anytime soon.
Well, whenever the day comes, Harrison Ford passes away, I don't see anybody that could take up the mantle.
Yeah.
But they did make a video game about Indiana Jones that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. They also have a TV show, like old TV show about him.
So. Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, Young Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Harrison Ford's in one episode.
Oh, my God.
So.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure most people know what this whole movie's about. Searching for the Lost Ark of the Covenant. Mm-hmm. And he's battling against Nazis. It's fun.
Yeah. You probably saw this as a kid. If you didn't, I still highly recommend it. It's a must watch for most people for a reason. It sparked the Indiana Jones franchise, one of the biggest franchises of all time, and made Harrison Ford hate himself.
Which one made Harrison Ford hate himself even more? Indiana Jones or
Star Wars? It's Star Wars.
Yeah,
what
am I kidding? It is Star Wars.
Yeah.
If he's willing to come back for Indiana Jones, that should tell you a whole lot.
Yeah. And not get his character killed.
Exactly. All right. My number 30. Second Muppet-related movie.
Oh, my God.
Nope. Well, kind of, but not really. Dark Crystal.
Ooh, so Jim Henson for this one. Okay.
Yes. Technically Jim Henson.
Jim Henson Production Company.
Jim Henson Production Company. Literally his baby that he wanted so badly to succeed. And it did, kind of in the box office, but the sequel was in development hell for decades.
This is very far up your list from last time.
Yes, it is.
Because you had this at number 50.
Yes, it was at number 50. And when I rewatched it, well, whenever I messaged Bryce, hey, let's get this podcast back again, I rewatched it because I was like, okay, let's see about the bottom half and see if they can move around.
Yeah.
And sure enough, yeah, it's got problems. I love it no matter what. It's definitely a huge dark fantasy stuff when unfortunately dark fantasy was not very profitable at this time.
It was, and then it wasn't.
Yeah. I have this. It was profitable maybe a decade and a half ago.
Yeah.
But in the 80s...
And then it was done to death.
Yep.
It was murdered by quantity.
Yep, but then during the 80s, it was dead.
Yeah.
And then in the 90s, it was further dead.
Oh my God, by the 90s? I think it was in hell.
Yep. Are you kidding me? It was in the bottom layers of hell.
I think Dante had to go down there to find it.
I love that. Anyway, Dark Crystal. Very lore-heavy type movie,
yes.
But it did actually get itself a Netflix TV show in the late 2010s.
Yes, I forgot about that, yes.
And it was canceled after one season.
I'm not surprised.
It was very good, but yeah, I knew it was going to get canceled.
Yeah. But yeah, Jim Henson, the master of puppetry, for a reason. Founded the Muppets, founded Sesame Street.
Yes, he did.
And obviously a whole bunch of other stuff. He ran some of the puppetry for Star Wars for a short period.
That's true, yeah. He actually did help out with that.
Because I think he helped with Yoda, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think he helped it out with that. Yeah. And also Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, I believe that is correct. But yeah, Jim Henson Production Company, and this is like their passion project movie.
Yes.
This is like, they worked on those huge products. Muppets, Sesame Street, Star Wars, and they're like, this is the one we want to make.
like Dark Crystal was like, this is what I want my big magnum opus to be. And which, in a lot of ways, it is. It is the most insane amount of master puppetry I've ever seen in my entire life. However, the lore and story around it is very confusing.
Yeah.
It is very, very confusing, but man, the cult following for this
Oh
movie.
my gosh, yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, they made comics explaining like the backstory, and of course they made the TV show recently. Just sucks that they never could get more out of it.
There has never been a deeper, like, third party, like, go look at this thing outside of Star Wars and anime.
Imagine a Dark Crystal was made today. I would love to see what the reaction would be.
It would have went right to streaming services and no one would have cared.
Of course it would have.
Like,
it's just content at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 29. We are now in our 20s.
Yes.
Even though we're almost 30.
So another one, this is everyone's gonna know. Back to the Future, 1985.
It's a classic for a reason.
Yes.
It's a very tight-knit script. The second part is not so much. It's fine, but it's
I would say
got
for the
problems.
second movie, that's
Yes.
definitely true.
Yes, that's what I mean. Part 2, problems. But part 1, it's
Yeah, the
fantastic.
original Back to the Future, there is a reason people study this script, because every action, every word has a meaning. This is a dense script. They don't just go, throw this thing on it. So this is a time travel movie.
Yes.
A very neat time travel movie, too. Not like the overly complicated kind of thing. It is very much, they go back in time, and that's the only, they only travel in time one other time. And, yeah, this is a great movie. Like, this started, like, unfortunately I have to make this comparison, because I think most people are going to be aware of, this wound up inspiring Rick and Morty and all those kinds of things.
Rick and Morty.
All the modern day kind of time travel aspects of
Yes, it did.
things.
Yes, it did.
The later movies also really very much inspired dimensional things that would also be very popular nowadays.
Yes, it did.
But beyond that, it is an extremely tightly like written movie with such iconic characters. And like there is a reason why the DeLorean is considered one of the most iconic time machines in history.
But really the most iconic cars.
Yeah, honestly, like,
Yep.
it is one of the most iconic cars.
Like, if you're not a car person, you
Yeah,
just
if
see
you're
a
not-
DeLorean, you're like, oh, there's the Back to the Future
Yeah.
car.
So, people who like
There's
cars,
one-
people who like cars would probably effing dispute for that.
There's one other thing that this movie is well known for. It had created the most iconic answer to a very common question for an actor ever. The main guy, the guy that played Biff, or the villain in the movie, he would always get asked a various amounts of different questions, so he made a song about it. Like, so he was like how, like, all these questions he would ask, he would just sing it, and then he would just give the answer to it, and it's just like, this is funny. It's great.
Yeah, either way, it's a very funny movie.
Very funny.
You absolutely know things that have referenced this before.
Yes.
It is one of the favorite movies for so many directors for a reason.
Once you get this thing to 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Yep.
This movie was referenced by Ronald Reagan.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
The actor?
Yeah! This is one of the, first major movies also to be premiered in the White House outside of, certain eras.
Oh, wait, good lord, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright.
One of the first blockbuster movies to be premiered in the White House.
Well, it's the quintessential summer blockbuster.
I would argue Spielberg movies
in general,
dominate that over it, but like Jaws.
Well, actually, I was going to say, Back to the Future is Spielberg, but it's actually Robert Zemeckis.
Yes.
But screenplay...
I think he was a producer.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg was a producer, I'm pretty sure. So,
Yep.
Anyways.
29. Zombieland.
Wow, this went up the list too.
Yep. It's still here.
Yeah, so parody zombie movie.
Yep.
With Bill Murray.
Yep. The only regret he ever had was playing Garfield.
Yeah.
So is mine.
Yeah, very much like... Oh, Michael Cera's in this one, too.
Yes. Wait. Yeah, he is, actually, yeah. Huh. I think this is probably, one of his, very first big movies that he got famous off of.
Yes.
One of.
Arrested Development was the big one he really got famous off of.
Oh, yeah, he did.
But, yeah, this is, one of his big first films. I think it's either this or Juno.
Oh, yeah, Juno. I forgot about that one.
Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, Zombieland, it's a very simple parody of zombie movies, especially just Rob
Zombie.
I almost said, hey, it's in his last name. No, it's, forgot his name. That sucks. Well, the guy that did George Romero, that's his name. Yeah, just taking all the tropes and whatnot, and they're just having fun with it. Not just making fun of it, but they're just showing, like, hey, we love zombie movies. And they actually made a sequel not that long ago, Double Tap.
Ah, I've not seen that one.
I haven't seen it either. But I have heard it's very good.
Oh, neat.
All right, number 28.
Number 28. The Big Lebowski, 1998.
Oh, our first Coen Brothers movie.
Yes.
Coen Brothers are a very iconic duo of brothers that have made very, 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 very good movies.
Mm-hmm.
And The Big Lebowski is possibly their most famous, or at least one of their most famous, I should say.
One of, probably the most iconic.
Yes.
I would say the most iconic.
How
Probably
about,
not the most famous, but
how
the most
about,
iconic.
how about quotable?
Oh, quotable, probably. Oh my god. So, the best way I could describe this one is there is a character who is desperately not being in a movie, and the movie is trying its best to form around him. As there is the biggest slacker in LA who is just trying to go about his life of smoking weed and going bowling, and the most overly complicated detective mystery is trying to wrap itself around him, and he's having none of it.
No joke, no joke, an entire religion was formed around that character, and it just worked.
It's so good. The Dude.
Yep.
Played by Jeff Bridges.
Yep.
In one of his best roles, like, honestly.
But Bryce, that's kind of like your opinion, man.
It's one of the most quotable movies of all time. It's so good. But, like,
also one of the most beloved performances of John Goodman.
Yes. Another Steve Buscemi one in here, by the way.
Oh, God. Steve Buscemi somehow keeps crawling back in here.
He's very good. He's got. We're not done with Steve Buscemi, I'm pretty sure.
Probably not. I have no idea. I can't
He crawls his way into every good movie. He sneaks in like the little gremlin he is.
Oh, my God. Please watch this movie. It's so funny, but it's like, why is this going on?
I got a chance to show this to a friend of mine very recently, and he could not stop laughing. He was losing it over this movie.
I know there's another movie that was very similar to that same situation, which I know we will talk about later. I just know it's not in my top 50, I think. Wait, did I get rid of... Yeah, I did. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know. All right, my number 28. Halloween. The original. Very much flawed and dated. Our second John Carpenter movie right here. But I love this movie because it got me really into movies. I love the entire way that they messed around with Michael, the main villain of the movie. It's a slasher movie, in case you don't know. Centered on Halloween.
The quintessential slasher movie.
Yep, the quintessential that made it all famous. And... what was I about to say? This is the movie that put John Carpenter on the map.
Mm-hmm. So think of every stereotype you can think of for slasher movies. It's in this movie. And it probably originated from this movie.
At least popularized it.
Yeah.
You got the masked killer wielding a knife or a weapon. You got your generic screen queen. Her friends getting butchered.
They're making stupid decisions, and the teens are constantly having sex.
Sex. That's all they ever do.
Like, every stereotype you can think of for a slasher movie, this movie has it at least in small forms or just popularized it.
This movie was actually a part of my own tradition of watching it on every Halloween.
Yeah.
Until recently. I haven't done it in a couple of years.
It's also, this movie has been sequeled to death.
Yeah, I mean, they're still making sequels to death.
God, like, yeah.
I mean, hey, whatever keeps Jamie Lee Curtis, whatever keeps her on the payroll, I guess.
Whatever keeps her off the streets.
You're not wrong, I guess, because some people are really thirsting for some reason.
Yes, number 27?
Yes.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, 1982.
It's a fun fact. I'm not a very big Star Wars fan.
Star Trek.
Well, no.
Oh, Star Wars, okay.
I've never seen Star Trek in any capacity.
All right.
Because you were always the one that said you would... I know you don't like Star Wars, but I know for a fact you would probably love Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Wars and Star Trek are very different IPs. Yes. Very different.
Mm-hmm. And I just have never got around to watching anything Star Trek related. But I have seen Doctor Who. Yeah. I love Doctor Who. But yeah, what is Wrath of Khan really about?
So the Wrath of Khan, it is a loose adaptation of Moby Dick.
You know, it also has the famous line. I'm not doing it.
Khan!
You exploded the mic. I am very sorry. I will lower that when I get to it.
Gone! Gone!
Okay, stop. You're going to break the mic. Or at least you're going to break what's left of the mic.
Yeah, but also, this movie quotes so much Shakespeare. Oh my gosh.
Holy free holy.
I think the last line of the villain is, "At hell's heart I stabbeth thee." Like, this is a Star Trek movie, and by all intentions, they had fully planned for this to be the end of Star Trek. They were like, this is the last of it. We are not doing any more Star Trek after this. And Leonard Nimoy, the actor for Spock, was like, I want that in effing writing. I want that in my contract, and this is the end. But yes, it is very good. They went all out for this movie, and it has all of, like, the quintessential parts of Star Trek outside of Captain Kirk sleeping with every single person with 2 feet.
Yes. Oh, man, not shocking.
But yes, it is very good, and it is very much, like, has a lot of interesting inspiration and, like, basis in classical literature, which is very interesting for this kind of thing. That's the kind of thing you would see a lot in Star Trek, by the way. They love their bases in classical literature. So many of their episodes are inspired off of, like, notable short stories. That's why I think you would like it so much.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, I do love Moby Dick, too.
Yes.
It's a very fun book to pick apart and just interpret it in various ways.
Yes. Because it is loosely adapted, a lot of the, like, kind of waxing philosophy has been cut. But the general plot is there. And they do shift the perspective a little bit because of it. But nonetheless, it is a very fascinating movie and definitely one of the best of Star Trek.
I just thought of a funny way in doing the con bit. Think about it.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, yeah, don't worry about it.
Cut to con?
Oh, no. I don't know. You'll find out whenever I get to it.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, we'll get to Star Trek eventually.
Yeah. If you've never seen Star Trek, it is a good jumping on point.
Cool.
Despite it being the intended end, it is also a good beginning.
The beginning of the end, as they say. All right, my number 27, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I'm not picking one. However, if you put a gun to my head and whatever, and it would just send me straight to hell, I'd probably say Fellowship.
That's fair. That is the first.
Yep. Well, even still, Fellowship is a movie, in my opinion, that is so good it makes me mad. Because it does everything right. Yeah. It does a perfect jumping on point, and it is a nearly perfect adaptation, even though it cuts out a bit of the original book that I do not care for.
Yeah.
It's
Bombadil.
Yeah, that's the only. Yep, that's the one. But it is the movie trilogy that brought fantasy back into the mainstream.
This was a movie for decades they considered impossible to make.
Yep.
They
did it once.
They tried doing it
And
once.
honestly, that movie that we're referencing, it is technically animated, but rotoscoped, meaning
live action animated.
Live action and animated by Ralph Bakshi, one of the most iconic animators of the last.
If you ever want to hear the thickest New York accent in history, go watch an interview with him.
I mean, I would say he is New York personified, but I think there's a guy somewhere else in the world that.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. But no.
There's probably some Italian man working in Little Italy somewhere.
Good lord. But no, but yeah, that, like, they, Ralph Bakshi adapted the first 2 books of Lord of the Rings, and it's honestly not that bad.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's fine.
Like, it's actually serviceable. But this, it's just perfect.
Fun fact, that animated thing helped inspire D&D, Dungeons & Dragons.
That's true. But yeah, Peter Jackson trilogy, you could tell everybody loved the original source material.
Yes.
And you can tell how much everybody enjoyed playing their characters.
Oh my gosh, it is. And some of the most revolutionary filming techniques were invented just to make this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is ridiculous. This is it is hard for me to list a more technically involved film.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are movies out there that I would say are more revolutionary, but it is hard for me to say a movie that is more technically proficient.
Yes.
Like, it is awe-inspiring about this. And it's also one of the most classic stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
honestly, what makes me amazed by it is just how successful the movies were, and if they weren't, just imagine the state of fantasy, or really movies in general today, would be in.
Yeah.
Because these movies were such a gamble. They were so expensive to make over the course of a couple of years that if they failed, good lord, movies today would be very different.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my gosh. If these movies did not, like...
Well.
If these movies basically just didn't sweep the Oscars, like...
Well, the third movie swept the Oscars,
Yeah.
but if these movies were not successful financially or well, both financial and critically, movies today would be very different.
Oh my god, yeah.
No telling what kind of movies we would be making today.
Yeah, like, it has changed the modern filming landscape.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 26.
Number 26. So, second movie that has now been brought up. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Of course.
1975.
God, I love
So,
it.
once again,
Yeah,
what number was that on your list?
That was number 34.
Go back to number 34 if you want to hear us talk about it more involved.
Yeah, roll 34 of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I mean...
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
There is absolutely...
We are not talking about... This is my podcast. We are not talking about porn. Anyway.
Well, you're not talking about it.
Yes.
I am going to make a full list of just Russ Myers now.
Anyway, 26. Blade Runner, the final cut.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm
going to make the wild guess you have both Blade Runners on here.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about me, you will not be able to see it on my desktop, but I am a massive fan of vaporwave, synthwave, synth pop, anything related to neon colors and weird aesthetic things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Blade Runner is based off of a book, but the movies pretty much invented that style.
Yeah.
And I adore it to death.
For film.
For film, at least, yeah.
Because this is definitely in the post-Mobius period, where, in case you're not aware, there was a famous comic artist called Mobius that helped invent this cyberpunk, cyberwave kind of, like, movement. And it was a niche, underground movement, like, basically no one went into unless you were, like, super into comics.
Yep.
And then movies like Blade Runner dragged that kicking and screaming into the mainstream.
Mm-hmm. It pretty much popularized that style to where some people even would say is the style of the 80s.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love the original Blade Runner. If you've never even read the book, do sheep dream of electric... do androids dream of electric sheep?
Mm-hmm. Don't get it confused with the 3 other Blade Runner books.
No.
There's 3 of them.
Yep.
Only Blade Runner, and none of them involved with this movie.
Yes. And also a thing about the final cut, there are many different cuts of this movie where they are very different in terms of tone and even sometimes story.
Do not watch the theatrical cut.
No, because fun fact for you, Harrison Ford, who stars in this movie, when they made this movie, they were doing test screenings and they thought, let's do... Like, this whole movie is basically a noir movie.
Mm-hmm.
But they thought, let's make it more noir and have Harrison Ford just commentate over it. And it is horrible.
They tried to do a classic noir trope in neo-noir, and it does not work.
Nope. One of the, like to give you an idea of, like, this whole thing, there's a line in the movie where Harrison Ford is eating food, like noodles and stuff, and a random Japanese man goes up to him and was talking about sushi or whatever, and just Harrison Ford... They didn't give him a script. They just told him just to come up on the fly, and he just said, "My wife used to call me sushi." It's awful. It's so bad.
This is the final cut, not the theatrical cut.
Yes, the final cut is the original directorial intent.
This is how much editing is critical to films.
Yes. Like, if you want a lesson on why editing is important,
watch the theatrical and then watch the final cut of Blade Runner.
Yes, because it's totally different and is so much better for it.
Yes.
It's great. Yes. Now that's our 26. So guess what, Bryce?
Top.
Intermission time.
There will now be a short intermission.
So, we're on to the 25s.
Halfway point.
Yay! All right, what's your number 25?
The Princess Bride, 1987.
If it ain't Monty Python and the Holy Grail, it's going to be The Princess Bride that we've seen over and over and over again.
Yep. So, second Rob Reiner movie on my list.
Yep.
And yeah, this is another one of the most quoted movies. Like,
That is true.
This is definitely following the kind of like storybook fantasy style movie with a sort of parody-esque look at it.
It would be inconceivable if you haven't seen this movie and you love fantasy.
Yeah, this is a very classic kind of thing. It's hard to describe because it's just a generally fun movie. Definitely kind of gives a lot of the classic kind of kid watching a movie, like small movie kind of thing. Matter of fact, there's a young kid actor who's listening to the movie, listening to the story.
Yeah.
So, no groundbreaking like mix-ups in the story happening here. Man tries to save a princess, being held captive, all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
So,
Silly, fantasy, all around.
Yeah.
It's great.
so, what's your 25?
The Exorcist.
Ah, interesting.
So I saw this one finally for the first time around a year and a half ago.
All right.
And I actually talked to Bryce about it a little bit because we saw each other on campus one day and we ate Waffle House together.
Yep.
And I was just telling him about this movie. And it's like, it's actually very well done. And it is very much an interesting movie because on the face of it, it is very more a religious movie.
Yeah.
But the way that it handles it is so well done that I'm actually impressed by. So for those that don't know what this movie's about, it's about a girl and her mom. They are living in Washington, D.C., nearby Georgetown University. The mother is an actress shooting a movie, so they're far away from home, and the daughter gets possessed by a demon.
Mm-hmm.
So the mother is trying to figure out what's wrong with her daughter. She goes to various doctors, psychiatrists, because she's not religious herself, until eventually she has nowhere else to turn but the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever feelings you might have of the Catholic Church, you kind of have to pull them aside because they're the ones that have to save the day in this movie. Because
I need a young priest and an old priest.
yes, yeah, well, mainly actually, the entire like core of the movie, other than the mother and the daughter, is the young priest.
Yes.
Because his whole faith is being challenged and being rocked after going through, like, he's living like in Georgetown. He's a Jesuit priest, a university professor, and he's very skeptical on this whole exorcism thing. Like, he even told the mother, like, it's not really a spoiler, he just says, you probably know as much about exorcisms as these priests around here do. So, yeah, he just doesn't want to do it, but pretty much is like, fine, I'll perform an exorcism on your daughter. And then chaos ensues.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. Like,
This movie terrified a generation.
Yes, it did. I was about to say,
This movie changed how horror was done for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because before this movie, really, it was a lot of, like, classical horror-style monster. There's the big bad one, and you run away from it, or you have to fight it, you shoot it with a gun or whatever.
Yes.
This changed it. This changed horror from just there is the big bad entity we deal with to a spiritualist horror.
Mm-hmm.
This almost like Lovecraftian style kind of thing.
In a way, it's a little bit Lovecraftian. It's unexplainable because, like, the demon only introduces himself as the devil, even though later on the sequels do a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
The second one is terrible, by the way. The third one is actually worth watching if you're wanting to watch a sequel to The Exorcist. But probably actually one of the best things about this movie is the acting of the mom. She is amazing. I didn't even know who she was until I looked into it more, and yeah, she, like, you just feel the turmoil that she's going through trying to figure out what's wrong with her daughter. It's insane.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. And there's also some scenes that make you feel really queasy, like I want to call it the surgery scene where they're just poking at the daughter, trying to extract blood and stuff. It's creepy, but it's
amazing special effects made it for this movie too.
Oh yeah.
So.
Shoot, the amount of times that they had to put the makeup on the young girl. I mean, for those that did not watch the movie at all, or at least our age group, you would probably know what she looks like because of a very famous online flash game in the mid-2000s where you go through a maze and then she's a jump scare at the very end.
This movie has been parodied to death.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Split pea soup is very popular amongst horror fans for a reason.
Like, this has to be one of, like, the top 10 most parodied movies of all time.
Probably, yeah.
Like, this movie is so parodied, and for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this affected so many people.
You should also seek out interviews between the original author of the book and the director. They talk to each other like they're an old couple because like they loved each other making this movie. Like they knew each other on like another level of like, yes, this guy wrote the book and then this guy is directing the movie, and they just understood what they wanted in this movie entirely. It's great. You should definitely check it out.
All right.
24.
24. Rashomon, 1950.
There's a reason why psychology created the Rorschach test. It's not a this. Oh yeah, just go ahead. Just explain what is this movie about.
This is a movie of Akira Kurosawa. This is the third Akira Kurosawa film. I like Akira Kurosawa. But this is following the perspective of there is a dead samurai, and there is a thief, a woman, and the samurai. That's the only people who know. But spoilers, things are there. But there is a thief, a woman, and a samurai. Each one, the samurai dies, and the thief is to blame. However, how it happened, by all three accounts of the bandit telling their story, the woman telling theirs, and basically a ritual taking place to ask the samurai, all three give drastically different accounts as to what occurred. All of them agree the bandit is to blame, and the samurai died. How that happened, there is no parallels whatsoever. And it's all a question about what actually happened and why are each of them lying despite all agreeing on the events that got there.
Yep. Funnily enough, how I've always understood this movie is like, whoever you side with at the end of the movie, it says a lot about you as a person than it does about the other characters that you're, siding with.
Yeah.
Like, do you side with the samurai? Like, do you respect authority and whatnot? Or do you side with the thief and you side with the common man? Or do you side with the woman and the plights that comes with being a woman in a very patriarchal society like Japan is? So there's a lot that this movie will say a lot about you as a person based on who you side with.
Yes.
It's great.
And there is a lot tackling into this movie about faith in humanity. There is a lot going on there, and about basically what people are willing to do to be considered the person who is in the right. Mm-hmm. And it's a very fascinating tale because of that.
Yes. Great stuff. All right, my number 24. So this is actually a movie, Bryce, that I kind of referenced before, where there's another movie that is very similar to it because the plots are similar to an extent. They're historical movies, but they are about different events. This is First Man from 2018. So the movie I'm referencing before, that is not in my top 50 anymore, that is Apollo 13. Apollo 13 is centered around three men traveling up to the moon. But
did Tom Hanks not make any of our lists?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, dang.
Wow. But they are traveling up to the moon, and then a malfunction happens to where if anything else goes wrong, they're dead.
Yeah.
So they have to loop around the moon and head back to Earth. And they do make it. Spoiler alert, I guess. First Man is actually about the first moon landing on the moon.
Yes.
And
so following Apollo 11.
Yes. This will be following Apollo 11. And our main character, of course, is Neil Armstrong.
Yes.
Played by...
the commander of the mission, Neil Armstrong.
Yes, commander of the mission, Neil Armstrong. But he's played by Ryan Gosling.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is actually like one of those movies where I was like, holy cow, he's really good in this. But there's another Ryan Gosling movie later on in this list that probably we kind of spoiled it earlier, but yeah. First Man. If you know anything about Neil Armstrong, you would know one thing. The guy does not like to talk very much.
Yeah.
He's very much a blank slate kind of guy. Like, he rarely ever liked talking in interviews. He just liked to sit on his own and just do his own thing.
Which is the exact opposite of Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin cannot seem to shut up. But Neil Armstrong...
To be fair to him, he was the second man to land on the moon.
Yes, I know, but there's other things about Neil Armstrong that I think... Neil Armstrong. Buzz Aldrin just should keep his mouth shut sometimes. But Neil Armstrong, though, the perfect guy to actually see yourself in the shoes of. Because he's seen the... Like, if you don't know anything about the 1960s in the United States, you need to just read the entire history of that decade because of how insane it was. Mm-hmm. So much happening inside of the country and out that... Good Lord, you can make an entire multiple season TV show on and barely even scratch the surface of what's gone on.
Like, just to give you an idea, in the 60s alone, we're talking about Bay of Pigs. We're talking about the space race. We're talking about the assassination of Kennedy.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's in the first 3 years.
Yeah. Good Lord. And then First Man happens at the very end. And funnily enough, this movie actually taught me something. It was not very popular to go up to the moon.
Yeah, no.
Because of how expensive it was.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very popular song. Well, I wouldn't say popular. It released a few years after the Apollo 11 mission happened. It was called Whitey on the Moon. And it's played in this movie. But then there's another song that's called Eve of Destruction that makes a lot more sense to put it in there. Because people were mad that the United States government was spending money to go send a man up into the moon to prove that they're better than the Soviets than to say, help the poor and help everybody else down here. But man, First Man is really, really good. Like, as a historical movie, like, if you're a teacher and you're wanting to convey what 1960s America was like, try First Man. It would definitely fit the bill of that whole turmoil that was going on at that time.
Fair enough.
Yep. So yeah, fantastic. Now, number 23.
23. The Five Obstructions, 2003. So it's a documentary film.
Oh, man.
This is a Danish film. And it is about a relatively well-known director, typically of the avant-garde, and him taking his old teacher out of retirement to remake a short film of his in 5 different ways. Each challenge is given a new challenge he must obtain to when remaking that movie. And he must remake this avant-garde short film 5 different ways. And you really get to learn a lot about the meaning this man has behind these sort of avant-garde movements through the ways he interprets the challenges and has to work around them to get his point across. And it's a very good movie because of that, where, like, the first challenge alone is, like, you can't have, each shot can't be longer than 12 frames. And, like, there's a couple of other challenges along in that one as well, because the first, like, as they go on, the challenges get more sparse, but, like, the first one's, like, it must be filmed in Cuba and all this kind of, but, like, the main one's, like, each shot can't be more than 12 frames. And so because of that, it's very fascinating to watch, basically, like, him jumping around from half-second cuts, trying to get a point across this avant-garde film. Mm-hmm. And I highly recommend it as someone who really wants to get into learning what the avant-garde really is meaning to film. Because it is a good entry-level film to that, because they do explain a lot of their stuff with it. So,
interesting.
I know the avant-garde for a lot of, like, general audiences, it's hard to get into. A lot of them are scared off immediately, because there's so many avant-garde movies that are impossible to penetrate. But this movie really shows you why those sorts of movies are so good. And if you can watch this and you're like, I'm actually very fascinated by this, it gives you a good idea and a good perspective to sit back and watch. Like, if you want to sit down and watch an Andy Warhol movie, this gives you a good way to teach you how to watch that.
Interesting. Speaking of Andy Warhol.
Oh, yeah?
23, Empire.
I'm
kidding. No, we're never watching that. No.
God dang. The longest movie on the list, if you have that.
No, if you don't know what Empire is, it essentially is just a one-shot take of the Empire State Building over the course of a single day.
A single night.
And night. because it goes into the daytime too. It's 24 hours long, basically.
No, it's 8 hours long. 8 hours 1 minute.
That's right. Jesus Christ, it's so pretentious. Don't watch it, or maybe do. I don't care. I don't know.
It is meaning. I wouldn't call it pretentious personally.
Either way, well, Chris would definitely call it pretentious.
Oh, Chris would probably call it pretentious.
No. Completely opposite though. 23. Come and See. It's a Russian movie. So do you know anything about this movie, Bryce?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I think I have to explain this to you, yeah. So Come and See. It's all about Russia invading the Soviet Union.
Well.
Well, it's Germany invading into Russia and so on. And more to it than that. But, in my opinion, it is the quintessential war movie ever. Or at least one of. And it is not an easy movie to watch.
Oh, God, no.
It is, like, literally, like, the less said about the movie, the better. If you're able to stomach it. If you're somebody that cannot handle intense levels of violence, whether they are physical, sexual, and so on, don't watch this movie. Don't. But if you can, Come and See You is going to stick with you for a long time.
I've never finished this movie.
I do not blame you. Yeah. It is rough. And it makes it even worse when you see certain scenes in it that they based it off of real events, like real things that were documented, and it's not easy. It's not an easy movie to get through, so if you can't watch it again, I don't blame you. It just gives me more to talk about, I guess.
Fair enough.
22.
22. Seven Samurai, 1954. This is the last Akira Kurosawa movie I have.
Well, that would be the last Akira Kurosawa film in general, because I'm...
You didn't put any?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I'm unfortunate. I just realized, I didn't put a single one in there. Dang it.
But,
I know Rand is one of my favorites that I've watched of his, but I can't believe I didn't put it in here.
Dang.
I blame Muppet Christopher Carol. Anyway.
But yes.
Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai.
That's long.
Oh my god, it's so long, yeah.
But from what I remember, it has, importance to have it be that long.
Yes. It is a, 3.5 hour film that feels like 30 minutes. It is unbelievable. It's like watching a time machine. The movie is so good. This is a masterclass in Akira Kurosawa showing why he is one of the best directors of all time, in my opinion. And paradoxically, completely changed how Westerns were made.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But yes, this is a samurai movie about there is a town being beset by an army of bandits, and a man is tasked with protecting the town, and he commissions himself and 6 other samurais in order to protect it. And the movie, yes, there's a lot of action set pieces, but there is a lot of meanings behind all of this kind of thing, along with arguments as to why it's important to protect the lowers, the ones below you, why they would go out of their way to protect this lonely town. So,
great stuff.
You, weirdly enough, despite this being a Japanese film, you almost certainly watch movies inspired by this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once again, this changed how Westerns were filmed, which is wild. A samurai movie changed how Westerns were filmed. So.
Alright, usually it's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Something here in the West influences something else.
Which there's a lot of stories about that, but this is the one of the few times a foreign film did the other way around. So.
Did the unthinkable, you could say. Alright, well, my number 22, Spirited Away.
Ah, yes, of course.
It is the
second Studio Ghibli one.
Second Studio Ghibli. There's one more left. It is the epitome of a giant love letter to Japanese folklore.
Yep.
There are so many references and iconography of various mythological creatures, beings, and so on that are found all over Japanese folklore. It's insane, and the story is very good too.
As per Studio Ghibli,
yep.
As this is basically everything of Studio Ghibli at a certain time period, is one of the most beautiful movies. Beautifully animated.
Beautifully animated, and is very colorful, despite him not being able to see color. Yes.
I like how you have to keep specifying that.
Yeah. It's just a good joke for me. Kind of.
But
anyway, but yes. A large amount of people have seen Spirited Away. It is the first ever, even though it won Best Animated Feature in the Oscars. It was the first foreign movie to win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. The only difference is, the only thing though, is that the director refused to accept the award due to the United States invading Iraq.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he does not like that at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic movie. If you don't know the story, it's very simple. A girl and her family are moving to a new town, and then they just stumble upon a random weird road, getting lost, and then they go into another world. What do you know? And well, her parents are basically kidnapped after turning into pigs. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to save them and get back home. Weird hijinks ensues working at a bathhouse.
Very, like, based in, like, not only, like, Japanese folklore, but just general folklore, but especially Japanese folklore.
Yeah, it's basically just a love letter to Japanese folklore. Yeah.
So, anyone who is, like, even likes Japanese culture, this is one of those movies that's, like, so...
I'd be surprised if they never saw it.
Yeah, honestly, if you're a big fan of Japanese culture and haven't seen Spirited Away, that is surprising.
Mm-hmm. Beat out a bunch of Pixar movies too to win that Oscar.
Oh, true, yeah.
I think it beat Monsters Inc. actually.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
congrats to that.
That's a shock.
Anyways,
21.
Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World, 2003.
The fact that that movie did not generate like 15 sequels is a shame.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, it's insane amounts of both. The costumes are amazing, but also the battleship scenes are great.
The movie was not that expensive, and is insanely sequelable. Like,
yeah, I'm just surprised they never, like, knowing the climate today on how much everything is on a streaming service, you would think Master and Commander would be generating so many sequels.
Yeah.
And you could just, you don't even have to have the same characters. You could just change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, this is like a fairly big cast too. Mm-hmm. Like, there are some big people in this movie, but also there's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
And it is a very grounded movie. So it's following the Napoleonic Wars, where we're aboard a British man of war, and they are given the mission to capture, destroy, or burn a French vessel. And it is loosely based off of a real historical event that did occur. Very loosely based.
Yeah.
In which case, the movie goes to great lengths to, like, really ground itself in the time period and what it meant to be a soldier aboard this kind of man of war during this time period. Mm-hmm. And
I only saw it once, and it was back in high school for history class. But it was just the end of the year. We were just doing nothing. So I think we got to the scene where, maggots were racing each other or something. It's an iconic scene if you've never seen it. But
what is the biggest? What is the? Oh shoot! What's the? Weevils. What is the biggest weevil?
Yes, that's it. Oh man. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorite, most immersive, like, movies, like, based on a historical time period. There's another one in my list that I can definitely say more so of, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes. But yeah, Master and Commander, it's...
If you like history, this is a must-watch.
It's a must-watch. I feel like most history nerds love this movie to death. Alright, next up is There Will Be Blood. So this is actually based off a book titled Oil by Upton Sinclair. And you may only know about him because he wrote The Jungle from the early 1900s.
And if you know this movie, you know it for one quote.
Yeah. I drink your milkshake.
I drink it up.
It's wonderful. But yeah, There Will Be Blood. It is essentially, like, if you know about The Jungle, it's like a muckraker, like, exposing the meatpacking industry. Oil is a similar way, exposing the oil rig industry. Mm-hmm. And There Will Be Blood is basically showing you, hey, these guys are literally fighting and killing each other for oil. I don't have to put in the subtext for today, obviously, but yeah, still a thing that the U.S. is still heavily into, and There Will Be Blood. It is so fantastic.
Yeah.
Heck, it was this movie... I think this was the one that won Best Oscar in 2007.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's up there, though. It's fantastic. It's got an all-star cast in it.
Yeah.
All right, number 20.
Number 20. Rope, 1948. So this is probably our only Alfred Hitchcock movie.
That is true.
So Rope, this is a very early Alfred Hitchcock movie, very early on in his career, 1948. And this movie, it's set in a single room, and it follows two roommates that murder their friend out of the interest of what it's like to murder someone, and them hiding the body in a case and holding a party while his dead body is in the case.
The master of suspense does it again.
Yes. Every scene, you're waiting for the reveal. You're waiting for someone to discover the body of these two psychopaths. Because they're playing a game. They're almost wanting to be caught. They are tempting fate at every turn.
So believe it or not, this actually is reminding me of a murder case from like 2 decades ago. And it's from a photo that I saw, and I looked into the meaning behind it. And it's the photo that's just simply called Tyler Hadley's Last Party. This boy, a teenager, he wanted to have a party. His parents said no. He got mad, and it became into an argument to where he murdered his parents, and they left their bodies inside of the bedroom upstairs. So he does have a party. Takes pictures with people and stuff, and there's a random picture with a guy, like one of his friends, and they have a selfie together. Meanwhile, his parents, upstairs in the bedroom. And that's all this is reminding me of, and it's like, jeez.
Yeah, it is a... it is... There's a reason why Alfred Hitchcock's called the master of suspense.
Yep.
And...
Like a very simple quote attributed to him is very simple. The bomb underneath the table. Where you are the audience member, you know there's a bomb underneath the table, but the two characters don't. So you are just waiting for it to happen.
Well,
or at least...
the thought experiment goes like this.
Okay, go ahead.
He shows a scene where there's two people talking at a table. Fairly boring scene. Alfred Hitchcock then, right at the beginning of the scene, shows a cut of a bomb underneath that same table, and then cuts up to the two people talking with dialogue. Now that scene is suddenly transformed from a boring exchange of dialogue to you listening to every word going, when's the bomb gonna go off?
Yeah, it creates drama, suspense, and more importantly, attention, like keeping the person's attention in the span right there. Yeah.
But like every scene, every little movement, you're like, oh crap, is this when they reveal the body? 'Cause I'll go ahead and give a minor spoiler. The body is revealed at some point. I won't tell you when, but it's revealed. And oh boy, is it revealed.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, number 20.
Number? Yeah,
Right.
number 20. It's yours.
Inglourious Bastards.
Ah, of course. You mentioned this earlier.
Yep. This is the last of...
Quentin Tarantino?
Yep, this is the last Tarantino movie. And
Fair
I
enough.
think this is his best one.
That's fair.
There's a lot of funny lines in this. Italian, oblige him.
Yeah.
And not just that.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. However, there are other ones as well that are not meant to be funny. They're just so intimidating.
Yes.
You have the Austrian actor, not known in the United States.
Nope.
And there's only one other bits of him online that have shown him when he was like a young adult and he was in a kids show just singing about the new year. I just see a clip of that and then it just jumps to him being a Nazi and he just gets all serious.
One of the most intimidating villain roles. Like he does it perfection. The sheer terror.
But he's not based off of a historical person. No. He's just a perfectly brand new character, and my God, do you just feel your spine tingle as he's just being serious, and he's just asking a very simple, small question. Completely black behind him, and he's just... I'm not going to say the line, actually. I want you to just see it for yourself.
The other thing you need to know is that this is complete historical fiction.
Yeah, it's
utter and complete historical fiction.
Yep. Completely historical fiction set in World War II with the Nazis being like the main general central focus, and you have Americans just trying to intercept inside for a mission. It's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's two major plot things that interweave at one point. Technically three, but like
there's more.
There's so many different things, and as I said, this movie is also in a lot of languages. Yeah. Like there's like 7 languages in this one movie.
Oh boy. Probably Tarantino's best movie, which Honestly, it's actually an interesting movie to talk about a little bit because the one before, I think it was the Death Race movie or something.
That sounds right.
Because it was that movie and it did not perform very well, and not a lot of people really
It's like
liked
Death
it.
Proof or something like that.
Death Proof, that's it. Not a lot of people really liked it, and then he kind of took it personally, and it was like, okay, fine, I'm going to make the better movie. And sure enough, he made his second most iconic movie.
I'd say third.
Well, maybe third.
Because I'd say Reservoir Dogs is above that.
Yeah, maybe so.
Anyways.
19.
Big Fish, 2003.
Big Fish.
Yes. So, this is the only Tim Burton movie we have on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
I almost put another one. I almost put one on here too, but didn't.
You would never guess that this is a Tim Burton movie by watching it.
Yeah.
This is a movie following a older man and his son. The man is on his deathbed. And he is a huge storyteller. He loves talking about his life, and he loves dramatizing things. He loves talking about events and, like, giving it some sort of spectacle. While the son, he's, like, married a journalist and is very factual. He only cares about historical facts. He does not care about the dramatization. He does not care about how fancy it is. He just wants everything factual. And it's the yin and yang, the opposing of these two. His father is dying, and the son is trying to desperately get the true story out of his father. He doesn't want the fancy, he doesn't want the flights, the over the top, and the father, he just wants to tell his stories. He's on his deathbed. He doesn't want his last moments to be talking about things he doesn't want to talk about. He wants to talk about things the way he wants to talk about them in his last moments.
Interesting.
It's a very good movie.
I did not know Tim Burton could do something like that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Wow. Huh. Excited to probably see that soon.
Yeah.
Alright, my number 19. First Wes Anderson movie, finally.
Ooh, I can guess which one this is going to be.
Fantastic Mr.
Yep,
Fox.
do it.
Stop motion animated movie. Second Roald Dahl book adaptation as well.
I was right, that is a Roald Dahl.
Yep. Just all around fantastic. I love this was Wes Anderson's very first ever animated movie, stop motion.
Oh, it was.
Otherwise.
You're right. I forgot it was his first.
Yep. This was actually my first Wes Anderson movie I ever seen.
Ah.
It was so
It's
weird.
probably for a lot of people's first Wes Anderson.
Yep. It was so weird and just so different that I was like, I like this a lot. Where can I get more?
Yeah.
And
Wes Anderson he's one of those directors with a certain style
that's like
that
you only have to see like maybe a scene of his and then it's like, yeah, that's a Wes Anderson thing.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Matter of fact, you probably only need a few seconds to identify it.
Yep.
Like the way the dialogue is written, the way the cinematography is done, the way the costuming is done, the way sets are produced, like it's all quintessentially Wes Anderson. No one else makes movies like Wes Anderson.
Yep. And now for the basic synopsis. You have a man, a fox, Mr. Fox, named Mr. Fox.
One of the only movies I think we have George Clooney with.
Oh yeah, that's right. Huh. Wait, you don't have?
I had a George Clooney, but it didn't make the list.
Wow, okay. I had a feeling I could have sworn I figured one would be on there. The one I could think of, but...
Yeah, Ocean's 11 didn't quite make it.
Dang. But yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. He, before he settled down, he lived a life of just being a sly fox from stealing from various farms until one day he made a promise to his wife that he wouldn't do it ever again. And now all he wants to do is reclaim the glory days. So he does. And it gets him into big trouble with 3 big farmers. And that's pretty much all the story I have to really tell you. That's really basically the story entirely. But it's got an all-star cast. You got George Clooney, you got Bill Murray, of course.
Yep. Wes Anderson loves certain actors in his movies. So if you watch a Wes Anderson movie, prepare for a couple of repeats, especially if it's Jesse Owens.
Oh, wow.
Jesse Owens is in like 90% of his movies.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 18.
Number 18. The Fall, 2006.
The Fall.
So, this movie is one of the best movies for cinematography and sets. It is so good for sets. This movie was filmed in like 26 different countries. It is crazy.
Jeez.
But it follows the story of a stuntman from the, like, this is set in, like, the 1920s, so silent era movies, and it's a stuntman who gets badly injured during a fall. And he gets hospitalized, and a young girl encounters him and asks him to tell a story. But the problem is, this guy, after he, like, got badly injured, he knows his career's over and is contemplating suicide.
Yes.
And there's this tug and pull between the young girl trying to cheer him up and him falling into further despair, trying to tell this story to her. And it's all about him basically putting in his own perspectives into the story as to failure and all this, and the young girl going, no, like this. And it's this yin and yang, this constant battle between the two developing this story. And it's a very fascinating movie from just not only perspective, but just, like, it is one of the best produced movies I've ever seen.
Interesting.
Highly recommend it. It's one of those movies as well, you can watch one shot from just a random scene and go, wow, that is gorgeous. It is one of the most gorgeous non-animated movies I've ever seen.
Wow. Interesting.
And yours?
Number 18, Black Swan.
Ah, of course.
Yep. Basic story, woman wants to become the best ballerina dancer ever.
Yep.
Amazingly shot, amazing performance by Natalie Portman. I don't really have to say a whole lot. Please watch this stinking movie.
We're not done with Natalie Portman.
Nope. Well, me, yes. Bryce,
I have a
no.
Natalie Portman movie.
Yes, yes. Oh, I know. I know. Number 17.
Number 17. Evil Dead 2, 1987.
We mentioned it earlier with how much like we show in movies to people. This is the one I know Bryce loves showing to people.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, I had a Halloween party at my house, and we invited our friend Chris, that we mentioned before, over there, and we were just showing movies, and then we decided to put on Evil Dead 2.
Yep.
He'd never seen it,
Mm.
and he was dying of laughter.
He straight up did not believe that we were actually showing him a movie.
Uh-huh. He did not believe it at all. And we're like, no, this is real. This is a real movie.
It is so funny. It is almost a parody of itself.
I mean, it technically is itself, because, like, look, Evil Dead 2, you do not have to watch the first movie. And
Yeah,
the first
God,
movie,
no.
and the first movie is an actual horror movie.
Yes.
Without a doubt. The second one,
Nope.
horror comedy, really.
And there is so much blood in the movie, they had to change the color of blood in order to not have the censor go up. Like, that is how over the top the movie gets.
No joke, I wouldn't be surprised if there was another movie that didn't use as much blood in their budget, so they had an overstocking of blood, so Sam Raimi just went, I'll take it for no extra cost.
And there's an amazing thing with the production in this movie as well, where they would go to do a scene, but they filmed the scenes out of order just for, like, production thing. And when they went, okay, what's the script before this period so we can properly decorate the correct blood? And Sam Raimi just went, I'll just cover him with the stuff. They're like, I don't care. I'll make it work. Just do whatever. And if you ever want to listen to a director's commentary, listen to this movie's director's commentary, because it is three best friends sitting around crapping on their own movie, being like, why the F is this movie? Why the F did we make this movie? It is so funny. It is such a funny movie.
Oh my god.
And I know a lot of people, they prefer Army of Darkness.
I love Army of Darkness a lot, but it's not on my list.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd still say watch Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, watch Evil Dead 2 first, though.
Yeah,
Then Army of Darkness.
Yeah, then Army of Darkness. It's just fucking amazing.
Yeah, oh my god.
Alright.
And if you're not a big horror fan, you can just skip Evil Dead.
I don't know how, though, because it's literally more or less of a joke.
Like, yeah, you can just watch Evil... If you don't like Evil Dead, just skip it, and then watch Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, my number 17. Das Boot.
Ah, yes, okay.
Another movie that I would say is super immersive, where you are inside of a submarine with a bunch of German guys. They start... They, like, literally, you can get a good idea of, like, how much I love this movie because of its whole entire grit. Beginning of the movie, they're shaven and they're all clean and stuff, going off to fight in war. End of the movie, they are dirty, bearded up, and looking like crap.
Yes.
It's fantastic. And it's very claustrophobic because you are 95%
It's
of the
also
movie.
long, too.
It's very long.
It's like a 3.5 hour film.
I think so, yeah.
around that time.
Mm-hmm. But it's fantastic. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's almost nearly the quintessential German movie that a lot of people say, you should see this movie if you want a German movie. And it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Das Boot is up there, but...
Probably considered the best movie set in a submarine.
Yeah.
Like,
The only other one I can think of is the one with Denzel Washington, I think, in it.
Oh, I was going to say Hunt for Red October.
That might have been it, actually. I don't know.
I didn't know Denzel Washington was in Hunt for Red October.
Maybe not. No, I think it's something else. Either way.
It's been years.
Yeah. Das Boot is the better one.
Yes.
I think. Anyway, number 16.
Number 16. Leon the Professional, 1994.
There she is.
Yep.
Probably the best performance by a kid actor of all time, or actress.
Including Macaulay Culkin.
Including Macaulay Culkin, yes. Who can sue us for all we're worth, which is basically nothing. This is the best one. Natalie Portman just sells it insanely. Hell, she had to lie in order to get this role, too. Because
watch director's cut, by the way, if you can. It is a very uncomfortable movie to watch. I'll go ahead and pre-warn you. Because a thing that will go ahead and scare away a lot of people, on the surface, there is one or two scenes where it's like, is this pedophilia?
Yeah, because it's pretty incestuous with a giant asterisk, because they're not related. These two characters are, but it's a father-daughter dynamic that's made over the course of the movie, where the daughter...
They have no clue what a father figure is.
No idea what a father figure is whatsoever.
And they're trying to do everything in their ability to comprehend what is a father.
Yes.
And the movie definitely tackles around that, and they're trying to decipher, it's like, well, do I act like a lover? Do I act like a daughter? Like, what is my relationship with this cold-blooded assassin?
Yep. Oh yeah, it's also got one of the best performances by Gary Oldman of all time. There's a lot of great lines in this movie.
The only regret I have is I don't have more Gary Oldman movies in this list.
I don't think I have a single one, actually.
God, wow.
I mean, I thought about putting Darkest Hour, but then I thought, no, this movie's kind of...
Fifth Element almost made my list.
Ooh, that would have been good, too.
Yeah.
All right. My number 16. Finally, I get to gush about this movie. Barry Lyndon.
Yep, of course.
Okay.
We talked about this movie slightly earlier.
So, fun fact about this movie. In my opinion, this is Stanley Kubrick's best movie he's ever made. And also, it's going to be the most divisive movie anybody could ever watch. Divisive in that what it's about.
Yeah.
It's not a controversial like story or anything like that. This movie takes the concept of the epic, like say something like Lawrence of Arabia, where you have larger-than-life characters go on these grand stories and adventures. Barry Lyndon is not that.
Yeah.
Barry is selfish, a dick, a prick, anything that you could throw at him, he's probably that. Unworthy of an epic. But it is so freaking amazing because the sets, the costuming, everything about it is amazing. And if we brought camera equipment and stuff like that to the 18th century, I think this would be a movie that they would probably make. Or at least get close to making. Because the dialogue is very similar to how they would have spoken. The humor, the narrative flow, everything about it. Even the shots in the movie feel like they're a 18th century painting. And none of the characters, almost all the characters, are not likable. At all. And the reason why Kubrick made this movie is because he wanted to make a Napoleonic biopic on Napoleon Bonaparte. Mm-hmm. But when he saw another movie that was doing it, like they've just made theirs first and got it done, he was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
They did it better than I ever could, so I'm going to do Barry Lyndon instead. He just adapted a very old book. Basically, it's not called Barry Lyndon, but it's another different thing. But the entire story is where Barry Lyndon
As for a lot of Stanley Kubrick's things, adapted from a book.
Yes, adapted from a book. But this one is basically, just to put a very simple explanation of the plot, Barry is just told, hey, go get me rich by his mother. And that's it. And then you just see his rise up the British aristocracy and his giant tumbling down back to earth. and this dude is completely unworthy of an epic.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's very boring. I can definitely see why. I still love it. I think it's fantastic. It's the most immersive movie portraying that time period that I've ever seen. It's kind of hard for me to think what could top it, other than maybe Das Boot or Master and Commander. But yeesh.
This is one of those movies I have heard endlessly about gaffing and lighting techniques.
Yes.
It's one of those movies that you're just like, wow, there is a movie that lighting nerds really love.
Yeah. Yeah. So what Bryson meaning by this is that Stanley Kubrick took a large amount of emphasis on making sure natural light was used in this movie. Like, they didn't really use like pods, like stick pods to have lighting and stuff. And when natural light wasn't available, they were very careful about mimicking it for the movie.
Yeah.
And during the night scenes where they were lighting up by candlelight, they would use special cameras that were only used to film the the other side of the moon, I should say. It's not the dark side of the moon, because there ain't no dark side of the moon. They were very, very careful on how they were shooting the lighting and everything and all that stuff. And heck, I didn't even have to mention it at that point. I think there's other things about this movie that were fantastic. But yeah, the lighting, if you pay attention to it, you'd be impressed by how much they took good care for it. Yeah. All right. 15. We are getting closer, guys.
Yes, number 15. Legend of the Drunken Master, 1994. I think the only Jackie Chan movie that's making our list.
Only one.
Yep.
We have gushed about this movie a whole lot before. It's a very easy movie to watch in the background, and it's so much fun to watch for the choreograph. It's so much fun.
Like, this is the quintessential Jackie Chan movie, especially before he went to America. Because there's a lot of, like, not that great American Jackie Chan movies, but, like, this is one of the really good ones. This is, like, I highly recommend it, especially if you're someone who's, like, curious about Kung Fu movies, because this is also a really good entry level into Kung Fu movies, especially without going into Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah. I'd still probably say Bruce Lee is, like, the epitome of entry level Kung Fu movies.
That's fair.
But Jackie Chan, if you...
I would say Bruce Lee is the entry level for good Kung Fu movies.
Yeah. But yeah, Legend of the Drunken Master. Those movies inspired an entire D&D class.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I played
subclass, anyways.
Subclass. But it's great. It's got one of the most iconic stunt work by Jackie Chan crawling through a burning pile of coal.
Yep.
It's great, though.
Did
it multiple times, too.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get it right. Or at least according to him, he couldn't get it right.
There is a reason why Jackie Chan is, like, one of the masters of the Kung Fu movie.
Yes. Oh, boy. All right. Number 15 for me. It's not gone anywhere. And here's our last Willem Dafoe reference. The Lighthouse.
Ah, yes. Of course. I completely forgot. Of course this movie's on your list.
Yes. Another immersive movie that it's, like, on the same tier as Das Boot, Barry Lyndon, and stuff. Because the amount of work that the director went towards getting the dialogue right and just getting the little things right, it's so good. However, Bryce is mixed on it because of its surrealist factor. It is technically a horror movie, but it stars Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, and I am surprised they did not get those two back together again. Because they are very good together.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's a very good movie, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're someone not a fan of surrealist horror, you're not going to like this movie. Because this movie emphasizes surrealist horror very highly. Very much Lovecraftian, almost, like, to a point.
It is very unnerving of a movie, I will admit. But I adore this movie. Almost anybody... A large amount of people that I've recommended it to, they do love this movie. And there's a bunch of, like, art references, bits and pieces of, like, Lighthouse Keeper references, just little things. And when you pick it apart, it's like, that is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there has also been memed to death because, of course, it has.
One thing I'd also caution you of is the dialogue is hard.
Yes.
Not in, like, it hits hard, but dialogue as in... They wanted to make it as period realistic as possible.
Yes. It's set in the late 1800s, and literally the director, Robert Eggers, he borrowed journals from lighthouse keepers of that era, and he was just, like, keeping note of, like, all their like anachronistic mannerisms and all these little things just to get it right. Like, okay, this is how they would have said this and this and so on. And which, heck, I think Robert Eggers is one of the best directors today in terms of like making historical pieces. I mean, heck, recently he just did the remake for Nosferatu.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yep. I haven't seen it yet though.
Talk about German Expressionism.
But literally the most consequential German Expressionist movie, other than
Most iconic, I would say.
most iconic because of course SpongeBob referenced it.
Yeah.
All right, number 14.
Number 14. Mad Max Fury Road, 2015.
We mentioned it before.
Yes.
It's fantastic. This movie is fun. I should
Yep.
say.
One of the very few movies where a storyboard was made before a script.
Yep. And one of the very few movies where it featured a metal guitar solo that breathes out fire.
on a desert roving car.
Yep. It's so much fun.
We have not mentioned all the desert movies, but
One of these days, we're going to make a top 10 list of the best desert movies. Or best sand movies, I should say. Best sand.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
I have to cut out all the Arctic deserts.
Oh my god.
But anyways, yeah, it is a very interesting movie. There's not a lot of dialogue in the movie.
Not that much.
Yeah.
But at least the story is very easy to flow
Oh
with.
yeah, no, it's a very easy story to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's honestly going from like action set piece to action set piece, but it's not done in a way where it's just like, oh, it's just action scene after action scene. Like, there is a very understandable and interesting flow to this movie.
Yes.
So, it is one of the few, like, more modern action movies that I feel really did get it right.
Yes.
Because, no offense to a lot of modern action, there's some really good modern action movies out there, but some of them do really struggle with that kind of stuff, especially American ones. American movies really struggle with modern action.
Mm-hmm. Looking at you, what's his name?
Michael Bay.
Yep.
Fair
He annoys the crap out of me.
enough.
Alright, number 14 on my end. The one and only Guillermo del Toro movie. Pan's Labyrinth.
Yep, that adds up.
Good lord, this movie freaked so many people out.
Oh,
growing
yeah.
up. I mean, where do you even start? I mean, this whole entire movie, like, we talked about movies that were like, oh, based about dreams and stuff like that and whatnot. I can very much see it, and this is a guy who definitely, like, okay, I need to have restraint, while also, when there's creepiness into it, really lean into that. Because, like, this guy, like, if you don't know Guillermo del Toro, he is, like, the master of today of using practical effects and really using a lot of bodily horror. He's so good. Heck, he recently just did an adaptation of Frankenstein.
Yes, I heard about that.
And I did see it.
Oh, okay.
Really solid. And the whole body horror related stuff, because if you don't know what Frankenstein is, the whole body thing, oh good lord, the amount of sounds in it is so freaky. It's good though. But Pan's Labyrinth, this is the one that put him on the map. Like, it got him famous. At least I would say, like, this is his most famous movie to date. Unless you want to count Sound of Water, is that what it's called again? The one where the woman falls in love with a fish?
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that movie.
Still good. I think
Oh
it's
my
good.
god.
Anyway, yeah. Please watch Pan's Labyrinth. It's so fucking good. Number 13.
Number 13. Die Hard, 1988.
Oh, yeah. The quintessential Christmas movie.
Yeah.
that made my mom mad a little bit whenever I said that. And I was like, I'm not kidding, Mom. It's centered on Christmas. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's got so many iconic lines. Yippee-ki-yay. And so on.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer.
Oh my god! Honestly, it's like the best movie in terms of like action scenes, like in that realm of Rambo and Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff. I think this is the best one by far.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Yeah, it is one of the. It also has amazing performance by Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, Hans Gruber is one of the best movie villains in history, in my opinion.
I can agree with that.
Oh my gosh, and it's a fairly smart movie for being a dumb action film.
Oh my god.
And, like, it also, for the time period, went so much against the grain for what so many action movies were at that time period, because Bruce Willis was not the type of action person you have in movies. Because if you look at the two before him, like, that had been dominating action for 10 years before him, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, young, effing cut men. Like,
Literally the epitome of beefcake.
yeah. And then they get Bruce Willis on this movie, who is this middle-aged, doughy man. And on the surface, this is kind of like, that's very weird, but, like, it's such a believable action movie, too. Because it's not, like, the typical, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he guns down the bad guys and wins the day. He takes damage. He takes damage through this movie, and it matters.
I mean, the most iconic one, in my opinion, is him stepping on the glass.
Oh my god, yeah. If you do not like that kind of stuff, be warned. This guy goes through crap. He is mutilated in this movie.
I feel like the PG version of him doing that, the stepping on glass, would be him stepping on, I don't know, Legos.
I thought you said PG, not R.
Love that. Oh my god.
But yes, anyways.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, my number 12. This movie has aged like the finest wines that you could ever find in Rome.
This is either serious or super dumb.
I'm being serious on this one. Her. 2013.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, do you know what the plot is, Bryce?
Yeah, I know what Her is.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So, if you don't know about what Her is, it's essentially about a man falling in love with an operating system.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know anything of what's been going on throughout the past few years or so, you would know how big AI is and how many people are falling in love with AI simulation of girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
This movie basically foretold the future, and it makes me sad. This movie is so smart, so insanely well done. It's my favorite performance of Joaquin Phoenix of all time. Love this movie to death. Please go watch it. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, like I said, it is aged like no tomorrow. Like I said, the finest wines in all of Rome that you could ever find. It's so insanely well held up. All right, number 11.
Number 12.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, shoot, I missed it.
You skipped one?
Yeah, I skipped it.
Okay, we'll do that next.
Shoot.
Number 12. Do the Right Thing, 1989. So,
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, one of the only Spike Lee movies we have.
Yep. I actually saw this not that long ago.
Ah, nice.
Fantastic.
It is so good.
Yep. And I just see, like, I see the whole philosophy and responses. Like if you don't know, like the audience, I should say, it is pretty much the response of, like, you have two philosophies from two men, prominent African American men during the 1960s. You have Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. One was more about violence to bring about social change, and the other one was more about peaceful revolution to bring about social change. So the whole question is what do you do? And the title says it right there. Do the right thing.
Yep. And the movie tackles the biggest heat wave in New York for the time period, and is focusing on one street block. And it is focusing on all the people in the street block, all different aspects of different African American philosophies for that time period. Each of them responding to different ways people interacted during that, and the heat that causes, the heat wave definitely symbolizing the sort of heat racial buildup that's happening here between the different people and how they respond to the authority around them. And the racial oppression. And you're getting to see all these philosophies, but the two ones that are particularly stand out, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., where obviously their ideologies clashed heavily, but the two had to work together because they were a part of the major civil rights movements.
Well, even then, Malcolm X did change after he took his pilgrimage to Mecca.
Yeah.
He saw all the various races of people that were all unified under one religion, Islam, and he realized, like social change can be done with peaceful means, and unfortunately, like he lost his life soon after that whole thing happened. But yeah, just an entire thing to look into. I mean, like shoot, oh man, what was the quote that he said? It's either changed by the ballot box or changed by the bullet. I think that's what Malcolm X said. Definitely. That's another movie, honestly, that has aged insanely well because still dealing with problems to this day. So, yeah. All right. So, in case you were wondering, my number 13, we actually talked about it earlier. I forgot I accidentally marked this off, but yeah, it's The Thing again.
Ah, yes, of course.
I could have just said, it's The Thing. It's nothing new. We're good. Yeah, we talked about The Thing.
Let's see. I talked about The Thing at a number... Where is it? Number 33.
Cool.
All right. Number 11.
Yes.
The Grand Budapest Hotel, 2014.
Oh, Lord, this is going to be funny here in a second.
Yes. So, second Wes Anderson movie.
Yep. In my
Did
opinion...
you put it at the same place?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's close, though. No. In my opinion, Grand Budapest Hotel is the perfect movie about friendships.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it is the quintessential movie about a growing, budding friendship between a man that runs a hotel called the Grand Budapest Hotel and his new protege that he just hired.
Yep, Zero.
And it's so freaking good.
And yeah, they're in unspecified conflict.
I just realized that The Lighthouse wouldn't be my last Willem Dafoe movie.
Oh, is it not?
Because Grand Budapest is in it.
Right! He plays the henchman!
Yeah!
Totally forgot he plays the henchman. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, and then he gets pushed off a cliff.
But, slight spoiler.
I've shown it to my friends. They love it too.
Yes. Quintessential Wes Anderson movie. Quintessential. It is its own style. It is a story within a story within a story movie. And it is focusing around all of the ridiculous shenanigans of people basically getting forced to intermingle with each other, and it's all following this weird one MacGuffin.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like, the story's not that complex, but oh my gosh, they do so many funny things with it on so many different funny set pieces.
Yep. Oh my god. All around, a great movie, and you really need to go see it if you've never seen it. Good lord, it's so amazing.
A lot of our top ones are going to be going, it's good, go watch it.
It's great. Please go watch it. Alright, my number 11. Last Ghibli movie.
Oh.
You can probably guess what this is.
Is it Kiki's?
Yep, it's Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yep.
I adore this movie to death. Saw it in the theaters for the very first time last year down the road from here. Yep. It was like the first movie that they were doing. Like every year they do like a whole Ghibli Fest thing where they show it in the theaters. Totoro's always shown around like, the ending of summer. Finally saw Kiki and I was like, yep, fell in love with it again. It shot up amazingly for me. I love this movie to death. If you don't know what the story is about, it's very simple. A girl is a witch. Her name's Kiki. She has a cat named Gigi, and they are pretty much kicked out of the house. Well, not really kicked out, but every witch has to go and live on their own for a couple of years in order to complete their training. So Kiki, she does that, and she starts her own delivery service because she can fly on a broom, and she just has to adjust to the new life of being an adult. Even though she's not even a teenager at this point.
It's a classic Japanese thing.
Sending
the kid out as if they're an adult.
Oh, ha ha ha. Pokemon reference, I guess.
No, there's more than just Pokemon.
Well, I know, but Pokemon is most famous for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's my favorite Ghibli movie. I would probably say, well, actually, no, this ain't the last Ghibli movie, actually. I just realized. Crap, I'm an idiot. But no, it's my favorite. It's my favorite, but I would not say it's the best one. Maybe Spirited Away, maybe the best one, but I would honestly...
Yeah, if you held a gun to my head and asked for the objectively best one, I'd probably say Spirited Away.
Yeah. But I think there's another one that is, but we'll get to that.
All right.
All right. We're in the top 10 now.
Yes.
It's time to be crucified now.
Number 10. Waterloo, 1970.
This was the one.
Yep.
That I mentioned earlier. Barry Lyndon was going to originally be a Napoleonic movie until Waterloo came out.
Yes. So, Waterloo. This is... how do I even start this? So, this is a movie following the plot of Napoleon, from his second rise of power coming out of exile to the end of the Battle of Waterloo. So, basically following the second reign of Napoleon.
Yes.
And it's a long movie. Heads up, it's a very long movie.
Well, listen. If you're adapting anything of Napoleon,
Yeah.
it's going to be long. I literally have a book of Napoleon in my bookshelf, and it is thicker than the Bible. It is so thick. And heck, in that book, in like the introduction, the guy even says more books have been published by the name of Napoleon than there have been years since his death.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
Not even surprised at all. And still, what a fascinating character to look into if you never have before.
Mm-hmm.
Napoleon is very fascinating.
Yeah. And this follows, well, Waterloo, what is often considered one of his most major feats. Even though it is his defeat,
Yes.
it is a critical moment within the Napoleonic Wars.
Yes, it is.
And this movie lovingly recreates every aspect down to the tiniest detail in such painstaking agony.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is even pure artistic references, like, of the time period. I believe, if I remember this correctly, there is only a single inaccuracy. They say a brief scene of the army singing a song that was technically written after Waterloo because the song is about Waterloo. But the director wanted to include that because it's a song about the Battle of Waterloo that the army sang.
It makes a lot of sense.
So,
Oh boy. I feel like whenever we get to it, I'm going to just be gushing about Napoleon because,
yeah.
honest to God, if I had to pick one person that was more consequential, other than, say, a religious figure or whatever...
Or someone just from super long ago, like
Yeah,
Hannibal Burra.
Yeah. Probably Napoleon, especially out here in Western nations and stuff like that. He is so consequential. It's insane.
Of modern eras, he is probably one of the most consequential.
If not the most consequential.
Yeah.
Like, you could say the modern era began with Napoleon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, Europe pretty much was shaped by Napoleon.
Yeah.
And there's
he
a
was the
reason...
master of Europe.
Yep, pretty much people wanted to make books and movies about Napoleon, so this is probably the best one you can get to. Not that shitty Ridley Scott movie that he did a couple years ago. It's horrible. Don't ever watch it. It sucks.
Completely forgot about it.
Yeah. Spectacle beyond imagination, and it's horrible. Anyway, my number 10. We already talked about it. Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yes, of course.
We can move on to our number 9.
Alright, yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel was my number 11.
Yeah.
So. Number 9, Duck Soup, 1933.
I think you mentioned this before.
Yes, this is a continuous one. This has been on my top 20 list for a long time now. So this is a Marx Brothers movie, slapstick film. Marx Brothers, very important comedy group from the 1930s and 40s. And this is, I would argue, their magnum opus. Some would argue it's a Night at the Opera, I understand, but I would argue it's Duck Soup.
Yes.
And this follows the story of a country, Fredonia, falling into turmoil over corruption and lack of poorly managed government funds. So a rich person of the country gives a loan out to Fredonia. In exchange, they must appoint a new leader of their name, and they appoint Rufus T. Firefly. And they appoint him, played by Groucho Marx, and he, very shortly into the movie, declares, "If you think this country's bad now, wait until I ruin it." And it is very much symbolic of almost Eastern European grabs for power during the post World War I period.
Yeah.
Where utter chaos was reigning Eastern Europe during that time period, and people were going at each other constantly. And this is definitely making a good parody of it. Talking about these people that basically have no idea how to run the country and are like, I'm just gonna ruin it.
Oh my god.
It is such a funny movie. There is also Chico and Harpo Marx, who are playing the spies Ciccolini and Pinky. And they are attempting to be spies for Rufus T. Firefly and having no idea how to spy, but somehow get appointed to important positions by Rufus T. Firefly because he's so inept.
Jesus.
It is such a funny movie. A slight musical. There's 3 musical numbers in the movie.
Holy. Whew. Anything else?
No, that's Duck Soup. I would have a lot more to say about it when we get around to the episode solely dedicated to it. So.
Heck yeah. My number 9, Blade Runner 2049.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yep, it's high up there. In my opinion, this is the movie that people need to watch if you're wanting to reboot a franchise that has been pretty much basically long dead. Because you have the original Blade Runner from the 1980s, and it's still well known in various circles. And then they brought in Blade Runner 2049. Same director that did the Dune movies, if you know that much. This is the one that really a lot of people paid attention to, those that did see it, and they noticed this guy is going to do great things.
Yep.
Blade Runner 2049 is really a sequel to the original Blade Runner. Harrison Ford is indeed in it.
The best performance old Harrison Ford has ever given.
Yes, that's true.
Because most of the time he kind of phones it in my opinion.
Yep.
For
And
that,
to
but
me,
this is really good.
And to me, it just reinvigorated my entire love for the whole sci-fi cyberpunk genre that I really love and really want more of. Blade Runner did it again. And I literally loved it so much that I wanted to go back and rewatch it again in the theater. And I did. And I'm so happy I did. But dang it, I wish there was more. But it didn't make that much at the box office. Which, honestly, funnily enough, out of all of this movie has Jared Leto in it of Morbius fame.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's in it. He's the main villain, but hey, he actually is good in it. And he's not always in the movie.
Yeah.
So, you can't fault him for that. We can't blame Jared Leto this time. Even though, yeah, we don't like him. Still, yeah. Number 8 now.
Number 8. Fiddler on the Roof, 1971.
The way I found out about this movie wasn't from you. It's from a Simpsons joke.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because the Simpsons like to reference almost everything. But it wasn't even a direct reference. It was just a simple... Homer going to various religious groups, and then he stumbles upon a synagogue, and it was just like, now I know I haven't been the best Jew, but I have rented Fiddler on the Roof, and I will watch it. This whole movie, it's great. It's a good movie.
Another longer one. It's also a musical, which
Yes,
is super rare to see, a long musical.
Well, it's based on a play.
Yeah, it's based on a play, so.
Yeah, and you did see the play as
yes. A local town I had was having hosting the play, and I went to go see it live. So
wonderful.
Very good. The movie definitely adapts the play very faithfully. There's only a handful of very small changes, which I'm thankful for, because, oh my god, do so many directors not know how to adapt a play, which is baffling to me. It should be the easiest thing in the universe to adapt a play.
Well, they realize, hey, we don't have to rely on people's suspension of disbelief, so let's just start cramming in more things, or taking away some things that people really liked. Or heck, even... some movies that I know of that were adapted into plays later, they just... I don't know what they're doing sometimes. Whether they are just completely rearranging the plot, or they're just completely bastardizing what made the original so good. It's just... I don't know.
But
I do not know.
Either way, for those of you that have not seen the movie or the play,
Yes.
I'd watch either if you can.
Yes.
But it follows Tavia, a Jewish man of a very rural Jewish town, who has a whole ton of daughters, like 5 or something like that. And each of them wants to marry for love, but he is a dirt poor man and wants them to marry for money. And it's also this battle between... a lot of them are wanting to marry for love, but several of them are also breaking tradition with some of their marriages, and each one more controversial than the last. So it's this huge battle between allowing the daughters to do what they want versus tradition.
Yes.
And there is this whole battle between this amazing song just called Tradition.
Yes.
So I highly recommend it. It's just a really good thing. Even if you're not Jewish yourself, it is, like, yes, it talks about a lot of Jewish ideologies, but it is still a very good movie, even if you, like, are not from that perspective.
For lack of a better phrasing, probably the most quintessential Jewish movie that's not based on, say, like, a Bible story or whatever, like Prince of Egypt or something.
Yeah.
Or
The
Ten Commandments.
Golem.
Or the Golem, yes.
That's not a Bible story, but...
Or maybe, oh, well, I wouldn't actually
That's
say.
a silent,
Actually,
silent German expressionist film.
Yep. Man, we always keep referencing the Germans over here.
German expressionism.
Yep.
It's very important.
Yes, it is. But also, I was about to say, like, probably the most the most Jewish movie I can at least think of, because it's like, main character is Jewish. There is all about Jewish customs and all these different references in there. I mean, unless you want to count the golem.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to base this around like history or whatever. Like, we're not talking about the Holocaust. We're not talking about all these other things. We're just talking about bare bones, nothing sad. It's just about Jewish life and Jewish anything. Like just
Jewish culture.
Jewish culture. There you go. Yeah. Lack of a better phrasing. All right. My number 8.
Yes.
It was filmed not too far away from here, believe it or not. The Green Mile.
Ah, yes, okay. I would not have gotten that one.
Yep. The Green Mile was actually filmed not too far away from where I live and grew up at. So The Green Mile, Stephen King novel or novella based
First
on.
Stephen King adaptation we have.
Yep.
There's
Actually,
so many.
wait. This is a Tom Hanks movie.
You're right! I totally forgot. This is Tom Hanks' movie.
Yep. The most pro-religious movie from a guy that is very anti-religious.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, holy cow. Stephen King, every single one of the scripts he's ever written, you would think he believes Christians are the devil incarnated.
Yeah. But this features it's like an important item in the movie is about a Christian saint, and this entire movie is centered around one of God's miracles brought down to earth.
Yep.
And then the whole entire question about it is, what do I do with this man because I'm expected to execute him?
Yep.
So if you don't know what this movie's about, it's about Tom Hanks as a pretty much a warden in a prison, but he's the main one that leads them onto what is called the Green Mile. It's like their last walk before being executed. And then he's brought in by this giant man. And he's just like, hey, this guy murdered 2 white girls, so, yeah, just put him to death. Like, don't care.
This is a movie set during, like, Depression era.
Yeah,
so.
Depression era, Jim Crow era South. Jim Crow era South, because it's supposed to be taking place in Louisiana. So, yeah, but as the movie goes on, Tim Hanks and all of his, like...
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks and all the other policemen in the movie, they just see miracle after miracle from this one guy, and they're like, he didn't do it. Like, we know he didn't do it, but have to do what the law says. They could not get clemency or anything, so it's just the biggest questions of, like, what do you do when you are standing in front of one of God's miracles and... Shoot, what was the other question? I forgot what it was. But look, there's a lot of questions in it. Very much a religious-oriented question, and it's one of those few movies that ever got me to cry. I'm not kidding. All right, number 7.
Number 7. The Maltese Falcon, 1941.
I'm not familiar with this one.
So this movie arguably sparked the noir craze.
Oh my god.
This is, in my opinion, the quintessential noir film. So what this movie is about, there is a detective. A pair of detectives. And a woman comes in, femme fatale kind of style woman, comes in and is like, hey, I'm worried I'm going to get killed by my husband. Can you tail him? And these 2 private investigators, one of them is sent off to go investigate him, and is killed in the process. So the other private investigator now goes, well, I now have to solve my partner's murder. And he gets wrapped up in this, like, quest, like this sort of backstabbing thing where there was a long time ago a statue that was supposed to be given to a Spanish king, but was lost. And now a whole bunch of people are trying to betray each other and backstab for a seemingly priceless item. And he is just trying to solve the murder of his partner. He's trying to figure out which one of them, who is seeking out this priceless artifact, went so far as to kill his partner to keep the item a secret.
Fascinating.
It is a classical noir film. It's very good. People often use it for representation of the MacGuffin, because obviously the Maltese Falcon, it's in the name of the movie, is one of the best early examples of a MacGuffin. Just an item everyone's trying to go after.
Yes. the item that drives the plot around.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you could do the same thing with the One Ring from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Because it is, by definition, a MacGuffin.
Yep. So if you've ever been interested in film noir, especially classical noir opposed to neo-noir, I would recommend Maltese Falcon. I think noir is a really good genre, and this movie really sparked the craze that would go on to be the 50s. Like, every movie has to be a noir now.
Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, mine is on the opposite spectrum. Number 7, The Pianist.
Ah!
First off, fuck you, Roman Polanski. I hope you die in a hellish fire. Second of all, man, what a great movie The Pianist is.
Oh, I thought the second point was going to be, by the way, you're doing good, Adrian Brody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh yeah. Third thing, good job, Adrian Brody. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Great job acting there. Yes, The Pianist. Technically a historical movie.
Yep.
Centered around a Polish pianist played by Adrian Brody, who won the Best Actor Award at the young age of 27.
Yep.
Literally our age. So, man, what are we doing with our life? We're starting a podcast again at 27.
How old was Leslie Nielsen when he started in the airplane? Like 60.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
But literally, The Pianist. Some of the most heart-wrenching scenes in a movie that I've ever seen. One of my favorites, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but it's Adrian Brody's character. He's walking through the rumble-tumble ruins of his city that was just bombarded by the Nazis. So, yeah, it's very, very good. I mean, this entire movie is centered around him having to hide and trying to evade Nazi capture. So, yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. It is a depressing movie.
Yeah, very depressing. But very, very good.
Yes.
All right, number 6.
Number 6. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. 1966. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
One of the most iconic sound bites you would ever hear from
Yes,
a movie.
a very iconic soundtrack.
Yep. Very simple movie where you have 3 men going after a treasure.
Another MacGuffin.
Yep, another MacGuffin.
Yeah, so this follows Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Or Blondie.
Yes.
Playing the good. And the villainous character, the bad, and... Oh, shoot.
His name.
Yeah, I can't remember him either. But, they are all fighting for it, the treasure. They all know about it, and they're all trying to be the first ones to get there.
Yeah. Chaos ensues pretty much because they intertwine with a Civil War battle going on, going back and forth, trying to find this stupid piece of treasure. It's a lot of fun. It's the quintessential Western movie that breaks a large amount of the tropes that you come to associate with a Western. Heck, even one of the things that is talked about so much is the soundtrack. It's possibly, in my opinion, the most riskiest soundtracks ever because what it does is like it's so differently. It's just different noises, like I mean the whistle, the just different sounds, the tones. It just doesn't feel right. Like if it was in any other movie, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. But, yeah. This is probably the best spaghetti western ever made. Like, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, if you ever want to sit down and actually watch a good Clint Eastwood movie, good luck, but I would recommend watching this one.
Yep. Now here's the opposite spectrum on that.
Alright.
Number 6, Young Frankenstein.
Ah, there it is.
Yep. The quintessential spoof movie. What can I say really about it? I've quoted this movie so many times. I actually answered a trivia question the other night during a Jackbox game. It was asking, what is the song played or sung by the monster in Young Frankenstein?
Ah, it's Putting on the Ritz.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's easy. That's Putting on the Ritz.
Yep.
But yeah, it's so much fun. They got the original set designer that did the original Frankenstein movie because he had all of it, and they actually gave him credit for it in the movie because the original movie didn't even credit him for it.
Yeah.
He was the one that designed all of it, and it was like, hey, can you at least credit me? And it's like, there you go. Yeah. His only credit for that set design was in Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. So, Mel Brooks movie is one of the funniest directors that's ever existed.
Yes, still alive.
Yes, 99 years old. He turns 100 in June.
Yay. Can't wait for having a big old party for that man.
But, yeah. like, basically controlled parody films when he was in Hollywood. Like, it was Airplane and then all Mel Brooks.
I mean, look, you got Blazing Saddles, you got The Producers.
Yep. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Like,
so many to choose from, and I still think Young Frankenstein is the best one.
that's fair. And, yeah, he's considered the father of parody. Father of parody film for a reason. He is one of the funniest directors that's ever been out there. And Young Frankenstein, as per usual with Mel Brooks, all of his movies are dedicated to one genre, and all of them are love letters to that genre given through parody. So, like, Blazing Saddles is a love letter to westerns given through parody, showing, like, okay, here's, like, the problem that westerns have, but it's still great.
Yep.
And then,
Young
like,
Frankenstein,
it
essentially looks. It has the entire look of a standard 30s and 40s like Universal monster movie like Frankenstein. It's just they changed the script to give everybody an entire brain aneurysm and made them stupid, and it's great for that. It's so great.
And obviously, because this is one of your favorite ever actors, Gene Wilder.
Yes. Cannot forget my old Dr. Frankenstein himself.
Yep.
So great. And probably the best iteration of Igor or Igor I could imagine.
It must be Igor. It's called.
No.
It's pronounced Igor. But they said it was Igor. They must have been wrong now, wouldn't they? All right.
Number 5. Now we're here. We are the top 5.
Number 5. Loving Vincent, 2017.
Really?
Yes.
I knew about this movie for a long time. Never seen it. But
Finally got
to
to watch it about a year and a half ago.
Really?
Because once again, I don't watch newer movies, and that had been on my radar for a long time. I went, all right, I'm finally going to sit down and watch it.
Finally did.
And it was really good. I've watched it a few times since then.
Wow. Shocker here, guys. It's an animated movie, technically.
Yeah, it's an animated movie.
This
Rotoscoped.
Yep, rotoscoped and everything. But the thing about this movie, my art teacher in high school, the year before I graduated, she was raving about this movie, getting excited for it, because she's like, this movie, guys, is all about Vincent van Gogh, but told through paintings. And everybody, literally, like, painstakingly, everybody painting, like, hundreds of thousands of these things. And yeah, I was like, I'll put that on my watch list. I never got around to it.
It's very good. So it is following the death of Vincent van Gogh, and there is a mailman who has had a letter from Vincent van Gogh to deliver. But Vincent van Gogh's dead, and Vincent van Gogh's brother is dead. So he is now trying to follow who is the rightful owner of the letter, and him going around talking with people, and everyone had different contrasting opinions about him, and he's having to deal with the drama of this small town that has now been thrown into chaos of this man who had just killed himself in town. And him trying to go around, and they talk about the good, they talk about the bad of Vincent, and in the end he's just trying to find what was Vincent, who would he want to have this letter.
Interesting.
And obviously the entire movie is, like, every frame is painted. Literally every frame a painting.
Yep. I've heard so much about this movie, but thankfully I could finally get an excuse to finally watch it.
By the way, there was a ridiculous number of references to his paintings.
Yes, I have seen some of the shots, and I was
Yes.
like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. It's a painting.
Yeah, it's very good.
All right. My number 5. What's the most boring name you could think of? Monty Python, Life of Brian. I almost, my original list, swapped Holy Grail and Life of Brian, because I always thought Life of Brian is 10 times funnier, but not as many people have seen it, so I kept Holy Grail in there, but now I said, screw everybody else. Life of Brian is the quintessential satire movie I've ever seen, and it's so freaking great. This entire movie is about the life of Jesus Christ, except people confuse the Messiah to be Brian.
Yep. It's about the guy everyone thought was Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Who is Brian of Nazareth.
And the greatest thing is, like, they were like the Monty Python crew was just asked, "Why Brian?" And they're like, "What's the most boring name you could think of?"
Yep.
Brian. There you go. We're gonna have so much to say about this movie.
Yes, it's very ridiculous, very controversial when it first came
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah, like if you thought, like, say, like To Kill a Mockingbird is controversial here in the U.S., Life of Brian was that for the UK.
Yes.
And even some of Europe that was deeply religious, because they said this was blasphemy, sacrilege, anything that was deeming bad against Christianity hated this movie.
Yep.
And it almost did get banned.
Yep.
All right, number 4.
All right, I'm getting to this movie before you can.
Oh no.
12 Angry Men, 1957.
You bastard.
It was this is the race to see who could put it the highest, but yet say it first.
Yeah, sure. So I get to be the one to say I had it higher, but I didn't get to mention it first.
Yep.
Bare bones, me and Bryce have talked about this ad length and ad nauseum before so many times, but I'm just going to say the plot. Murder happens. This young man was blamed for it. You have 12 men in the jury that have to deem whether he's innocent or guilty.
If he's guilty, he goes to the electric chair.
If he's guilty, he's put to death. So you just watch this one guy pick holes at all the pieces of evidence and just prove his case on why he thinks this one guy is innocent.
Yep. And that takes a very interesting perspective from 12 vastly different men of the time period.
Yep. They're literally caricatures of Americans.
Yep.
Not even just the time period. It still holds up to this day.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a timeless movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it breaks so many rules of film that people are like, oh, here's like the rules of film. And if you ever want to know, like, well, those aren't laws, are they? It's like, yeah, no. 12 Angry Men, it is such a unique movie because it is so brave to do everything it does.
Yes. Oh boy.
Just go watch it. Honestly, just go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. Go watch it.
If you're not going to watch any other movies in the list, go watch 12 Angry Men.
Yep.
That's the only one that we're like, go watch that.
Yep. Anyway, number 4 for me, Into the Wild.
Ah, of course. Yes.
Yep. Very simple story. It's based on a true story about a man named Christopher McCandless. Got tired of everyday life, just got into his car and drove around the country. Worked from odd jobs to odd jobs, meeting various different people. Based on a true story and everything.
Yep.
And it's, my opinion, is very fantastic. I love the soundtrack. I love the acting. I love every little thing. Only movie that had Vince Vaughn in it. Weirdly enough.
This is one of those movies that I shouldn't say I have problems with the movies, but the audience, because it's in the same category with me with Fight Club and American Psycho, where audience members look at it and go, oh, look how amazing this guy is, and like glorify it. It's like, you don't understand that there's a problem here, right?
The only thing I always say about Christopher McCandless is, like, what he did, not a good idea. And number 2, I do think he was born in the wrong era, because he would thrive in the adventure of, like, going out west and stuff.
Yeah.
He would thrive in that. But the entire world has been discovered already.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang. However, yeah, he has been romanticized to hell.
Yeah.
Like, no tomorrow. I mean, in my opinion, I do think he's tragic, but also he kind of set himself up for failure. Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right, number 3.
Number 3. Amadeus, 1984.
So, fun fact, guys. I sent this guy a link because the symphony in our capital state was showing the movie while playing the live music, and he just thought, huh, interesting. You don't think it's interesting. I bet you would love to see that. But I don't think we're going to go see that.
Yeah, that's why I said, interesting, because I didn't think it was going to happen.
I mean, I wouldn't mind letting it happen. It's just, I don't know. Well, actually, it's going to be at the end of January, so I don't know, maybe. Yes, Amadeus. We've said a lot about this movie before, and it's still very good.
So this is a piece of historical fiction.
Yes.
Following Salieri and his fictional rivalry with Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yes. And it's pretty much the competition between a guy living a life of mediocrity going up against a prodigy that only he recognizes, pretty much.
Yep.
Nobody else recognizes that this is a living prodigy, like the creme de la creme. Meanwhile, he is just mediocre, and he does not deserve it.
And he has this whole event about how he wants to feel he is good enough. He wants to be loved, but he cannot love himself because he knows Mozart exists.
Yep.
And it is this struggle between the two. I highly recommend it. On top of that, amazing classical music, because obviously it's pieces by both Salieri and Mozart, who are both real people.
Yep. Weirdly enough, Salieri in real life, when he was in his old age, he was claiming that he killed Mozart.
Yeah, no, this is what the thing's based off of.
Yeah. But still. Also, it has the most accurate portrayal of Mozart in any
Yep.
piece of media ever.
Mozart's one of those, he is hyper romanticized, and
He's not serious at all. He's very much a man-child that is very much a, how should I say this? He's a scatologist, if you know what that means. Don't look it up if you don't know what that means, but yeah.
yeah, man-child is a good term for him.
Yeah. And a very accurate laugh.
Yes.
The most
apparently, they really got that laugh very accurate, which is
Mhm.
wild when you hear the laugh in the movie.
Yep. Oh, man. And even then, Amadeus, it actually has been referenced quite a lot in various TV shows.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's a very easy concept to get around. It's like, oh, you have a man that's like well known, but his art is basically seen as mediocre by him.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he comes across a prodigy, he's like, I can't compete with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So yeah, fantastic stuff. Go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, final animated movie, final Ghibli movie, Princess Mononoke.
There it is. Wow.
Still there.
I didn't give as many Ghibli movies as I had Akira Kurosawa ones.
Yep. Well, I guess it is out then. Yes, Princess Mononoke. The most insanely drawn piece of animation.
Mm-hmm.
Love everything about it. Another love letter to Japanese folklore, too.
Yep.
I love this movie. I just know my wife and Bryce are mixed on the ending. We'll get to that when
we'll get to it when we get to it.
But still, please go
It's
watch.
very good. It's very
How about
good.
this? It's got the best middle acts I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
I love the middle part.
Yeah, no, the middle part's very good.
All right, number 2.
Number 2. Lawrence of Arabia, 1962.
There it is.
We've already talked about it. Which number was Lawrence of Arabia?
48.
Number 48. We've already talked about Lawrence of Arabia. Polar opposite. Second from the bottom. Actually, no, number 49 would be second from the bottom. But
Yeah, third from the bottom. Well, speaking of which, that we already talked about, 12 Angry Men, number 2.
There we go.
Yep, still there.
And yeah, 12 Angry Men, I think, was my number 4. Yeah, number 4. So.
Yep. Number 1. Here we
Number
are.
ones. My number 1? You probably could already guess this one. Schindler's List, 1993.
Bum, ba, 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 bum. Not a big shocker. It's probably the most famous Holocaust-related movie of all time.
Might be, yeah.
If it's not, it's pretty much top 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's very close if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is one of the few movies I would say transcends film.
Yeah.
This is an actual documentation and memorial to the Holocaust.
Yep. And definitely one of those movies that you could tell destroyed the director a whole lot. And he just kept on going because he was just told over and over, you need to make the movie.
And
no matter
this is,
what.
I think, our only Steven Spielberg film.
Directed by Steven
directed by Steven Spielberg in particular.
Are we sure? Because I'm pretty sure, actually no. Steven Spielberg directed Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Shoot, you're right. Never mind.
Haha. Yes. Fantastic movie. Bone-chilling. No color in it whatsoever. Like, we have a large amount of
There's a
black and
little
white.
bit of color.
But hang on.
Okay.
One instance.
Fair enough. There we go.
The girl in the red coat.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, technically at the very ending of the movie where they go to the main character's grave in Israel.
Yeah, there's also the opening with the flame, but like
Yes.
I'm talking about in the bulk of the movie.
The main crux of the movie. No color, except for one instance.
Yeah.
The girl in the red dress, or the red coat.
And yeah, this is every single person I have shown this movie to has bawled their eyes out.
Yeah.
Even like the toughest men I have shown this movie to, like right after the movie, they're just like, I need like an hour. Like it is.
Yeah.
This movie will emotionally destroy you.
Good.
Like, yeah, it deserves to emotionally destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is one of the worst events that has ever occurred in human history.
And one of the most well documented. I
So
don't care what anybody says. It's well documented. Shut up. Anyway, yes. There's pretty hard for me to disagree. It's like one of the most quintessential Holocaust movie ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go watch that. Now,
It's an important movie to watch.
most important movie to watch, without a doubt. Now, my number one. Now the polar opposite, because it's centered around the same time period, but it's focused on a different person.
Oh.
Great Dictator.
Yeah, I had a feeling, yeah.
It's not changed at all still after all these years.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yep.
Our only Charlie Chaplin movie.
Yeah, the only Charlie Chaplin movie. It's not even a silent movie either.
Nope. This is one of his only talkies.
Yep. And weirdly enough, it's just one of those movies that just, when it was made, and then just years later, he would just be asked, what did you think? Like, after knowing what happened, he's like, probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Probably would not have done this if I would have known. And you can probably tell what he's referencing, but still.
Mhm.
Probably the most, probably the best, like, pieces of satire just making fun of an entire political ideology ever. I mean, he literally is just poking fun at fascist governments.
Mhm.
And this was way before we find out more of, like, what the heck happens
Yeah.
within said countries. But man, there's so much about it. Honestly, I wouldn't even have to mention my favorite scene in the movie at the very end.
Yeah.
I can actually say my other favorite one, and it's a very simple one. Him dancing around with the globe in his
Yeah, I had a
fingers.
feeling it was that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the most famous one, other most famous one. And it's just like, yeah, you can get a good idea of like what dictators want. They want to dance the world on their tip of their finger.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man, it took us a couple of hours, but we finally did it again.
Yeah, no, this is our top 50.
2026 edition.
Yes, indeed.
So, so let's,
We're probably going to be slowly covering all the movies we talked about today.
yes. So for
Um,
next time,
Yes.
what we'll do, just to start off with, we will review 2 movies per episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll cover one from my list and one from his list.
yes. So number 50 on my list, you need to watch Inception,
Mm-hmm.
and yours was
Brain Donors.
yes.
Best of luck getting that one. I think it's I think it, yeah. Yar har fiddly dee.
Being a pirate is already you are a pirate. Anyway, good job, Leanne. You brought back a podcast that was long dead.
Yeah.
I blame you.
Your assignment for next time: watch Inception and Brain Donors, because that will be the next one we'll be covering in a future episode.
Yes, and I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Screw you.